Hello, everybody. Does this work? Are we back? That was fun. That was fun. Well, we didn't miss the whole tournament. We missed about a quarter of the tournament. Sorry about that. How you guys doing? Thanks for the pinned message there, Armin. Appreciate that. Thanks to Neil for helping admin. Well, I had no power. The worst part about it is when the power goes out here, my cell service doesn't work where we are, so I don't have any service at all. I had to go to a different house to get a hotspot to be able to message to be like, I don't have power. Anyway. Yo, Westy! Thanks for raid. I appreciate you covering some matches while I was, my world was collapsing in on itself. I appreciate that. Very kind, very kind. Hello. Okay, let's. I'm gonna admin a little bit because I haven't been adminning. The tournament's just been kind of going. Bro, my game versus Mr. Winner was so funny, dude. I was in it too. I was in it. I was watching it. We were in the game. Unfortunate. So our bracket. So Kevin was replaced by Jens, by the way. And here's what the bracket looks like. Currently. So the top four from the upper bracket. So Armin qualified, Jens qualified, Lucifer qualified, and Ito qualified. And now Mr. Winner also qualified because Chaemiko had to go. So now we're waiting for the other three. So we got to get this match going, we got to get this match going, and this one's already going, I think. So we got a few games in the qualifying stage. Go offline again. I'm a Westy main now. Westy, you should have kept the stream on, man. You should have kept it on. But I appreciate that. Appreciate you covering that. Oh, man. Assume you start from Armin versus Mr. Winner. No, we can't go back like that now. We just got to go forward. There's only one way. All right, this guy forfeited. Hold up. Godrian moves on. Submit. Godrian versus Shush. Okay, so we got a couple matches left. We're going to watch Godrian, also known as Mad Militia versus Shush. Okay, give it the full 10%. I'll give it my full 10%, Razor. Sharky on fire. Yeah, pretty good run from Sharky. Pretty good run from him. I mean, his MMR is high these days, dude. He's like almost 2100 MMR. Okay, so let's do our first game of the day. God. What a rough start. So Godrian, there we go. So we will get an orc versus a human. It'll just be a different one. And then, of course, we still have our whole top 8 with the top 8 players and all the best of 3s and everything like that. So we got plenty of games left today. Sometimes the early rounds are a bit of fun, though. So unfortunate to have missed that, but that's okay. And my coffee got cold? That was really the worst part of it all. Okay, we are in the lobby. My other monitor isn't warmed up now, so I can't put Discord on this monitor. Instead, it has to cover you guys when I look at it. It's all a nightmare. It's all a nightmare. Okay, gonna do some more adminning stuff. Because I've been like an absent father this whole time to everybody playing the tournament. I apologize. Okay. At Cidio. All good on your match. Alright, just waiting for Mr. Shush to join. Is this back to square one for the weekly cup? I missed the reintroduction after the technical issues. No, the cup just continued while I was gone, and now we're just picking up where we are, sort of thing. Because fortunately, it's pretty much self-sufficient once you start it. There's a couple of things that need adjusting throughout, but once you start the bracket, people can just play and just can go, so it's all right for the most part. Carson went for cigarettes and actually came back. I know, right? I know. So we're gonna watch Shush vs. Godrian, and then the probably. I think we just gotta restart the bracket. Armin, you're in the top 8. You're in. You don't need a. You don't need this. You don't need this. All right, it's all good, Armin. What's up, Ernest Strom? Thank you guys for your patience there. Also, shout out Neo for helping me during my panic and abboting the tournament after he just streamed all day. When this is supposed to be his chill time, the one day of the week, I take over. And Neo can chill. What's up, Don? How you doing, dude? Alright, we're just waiting for Shush to join still. Neo's a gem, of course, of course. I got my crazy cat lady coffee. And what are the other? Yes, so Thaedalius is going to be playing City of Ghosts, so we'll watch this match, Shush vs. Godrian, and then the winner of Thaedalius City of Go versus Smog, and then we'll be in the top 8 with all the qualifying people. Oh, actually, we might potentially have Anna or Jade Rhino versus Sheic as well. I think on Ito's stream, Shush is playing. I think they're on ladder. I guess that's my bad. I told the players not to rush too much. Went to Burger King to get food specifically to watch the weekly, and then I come back and everyone's gone. Oh no. What'd you get from Burger King? You actually went to Burger King specifically. Really? I don't know if that's where I would go exactly, of all the fast food joints in the world, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe we could watch. I mean, Anna's also playing right now. We could check out Anna's match. Wendy's is pretty good. Fast food tier list. Neo stream idea. Thaedalius is playing. Anna versus Jade Rhino is also happening. They've been playing a while. Maybe we will wait for Shush. What is his? Is he playing a ladder game or something? No, they've been in a ladder game for 20 minutes. They should be done pretty soon. Okay, we'll wait. We're chilling. I only got Subway and McDonald's to choose from. I like both of those. I like both those. Is Buzz basically over? Okay, good. Good. Well, whoever's losing, hurry up and lose, okay? Are there any highlights of the Armin Mr. Winter game? Well, apparently Armin said there was some high-level heroes in that. Maybe we'll go back and get that replay from Armin at the end of the stream. We'll do some bonus replays at the end today of games we missed. How about that? How about that? I saw there was an Enna game versus a Fresh Salad that we can watch. Maybe we'll get that Armin replay. We can watch that at the end of the stream. We'll do a couple of those, and it will be like we never missed anything. What's wrong? Undead heroes are killing Shush. Never doubt the Crypt Lord. And never doubt how bad Orc is as a race. Is there like a stream for this or something while we wait? Let's see. Oh yeah, Ito is streaming. Let's see Ito's stream. Here we go. Oh, I got a Trivago ad. Hold up. It's that weird Trivago ad where the audio is dubbed over inaccurately so that they can do it in multiple languages without refilming the same ad. Hold up. One sec. We're almost there. Bozo dubbed over. He gets dubbed over. Alright, here is Ito's stream. He's playing... Oh, he's definitely losing this, right? This game. Shadowhunter 5, Farseer 5. Apparently this was Mass Windriders into a Raider transition from Shush. That's what it looks like. But, I mean, Farseer 5 just kills you here. He's mining still. Okay, he's got harassed a lot this game. So, the position of Shush is... Oh, I should get rid of these lights. Shush has probably done, like, a Zeppelin drop and killed the gold mine at some point, because on Northern Isles you mine out at about 22 minutes, and now we're at the 25 minute. So Shush has been out of gold for a while, whereas Ito's mined some extra gold. He's still mining, because I think he must have lost his gold mine or a bunch of acolytes at some point. So that's why Ito's still in the game. He gets back all his heroes. Shush has no economy right now, so those 2 heroes and those 3 raiders is it. And with Khadgars, you can probably nuke down everything. The only issue is probably level 3 wolves is going to make things a bit tricky. Okay, now Ito's out of gold. So that was, what, 3.5 minutes late? So that was like 2,000 gold that he lost from harass. There's going to be pretty much a battle of heroes versus 2 heroes and 3 raiders. But he's got a statue. And he's got enough gold to morph that statue into a Destro to deal with level 3 wolves. He doesn't know if Shush can somehow maybe squeeze out a Tiny Great Hall or something like that. But it's possible. He's just waiting for full mana. Why wouldn't you? He'll get full mana way before Shush ever does without statues. He gets 2 statues. Would be nice to have enough gold to morph both Destros, because Double Devour is really good against wolves. I think Ito's going to win this. Oh, we got an ad. Luckily, it's just on the side. Scouts and decides? Yeah, exactly. Because, like, alternatively, Ito, this would be really toxic, especially when we're waiting for Shush to play his tournament game. He could just wait in his base. He's got double towers. But yeah, he's unsummoning the crypt, so he'll have enough to double morph destroyers. And then he can probably win the fight pretty easily. But we'll see. I mean, who knows if Shush is able to sell items or what. What's up, Angsgam? How you doing? Map is probably totally crapped out. Actually, that was just crapped, so that's 2 items you get from that spooky spider camp, which were sold for clarities, and 2 more raiders. He's just going to right-click the heroes. He's just going to try to... There's 2 options, actually. You can just right-click the heroes, or he can entirely avoid the fight and just try to eliminate him, because Shush knows that Ito is probably unsummoning. Okay, let's see. I love the illusions. So strong. Well, there goes one raider. Yeah, he just has to chase him down. He's got no aura. Because he's got no Torrent Chieftain, so he can't actually outrun this. He can't speed scroll because there's Devour. Yeah, this game's over. Did he really land a surround? No, but he's certainly going to kill that Farseer. Alright, GG. I can't believe the Tuskar was still available this long. One day ads will be so integrated into streams you'll see an MK drinking Budweiser. True. Oh, nice Hex. If only he still had his Farseer. Chain Lightning could have killed that Lich. Alright, guys. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay, there we go. So that was the ladder game that we were waiting for. Now we'll watch Shush versus Mad Militia. And then Thaedalius is now playing Smog. So actually we have... Oh, and Sheic is playing Jade Rhino. So we have all three of our qualifying matches in the lower bracket being played right now. And then we will start our top 8. I'm going to pause that music. And wait for the players to start. Pretty big MMR lead for Shush, about 250, but not insurmountable for Mad Militia. He's a tricky player. I played him on ladder quite a bit because his human and my undead are about similar MMR. I play him sometimes. He's got some good strats. And we've seen Shush. Was it him that we saw lose to Dark Ranger Tower Rush? So I had to look up Vancouver Island, and damn, it's huge. It is real big, yeah. It's not your typical island, you know. I mean, it's not like, I mean, the UK is technically an island, and that's pretty big, right? All right, we're finally in an actual game, guys, after an hour and a half of struggles. It's no longer snowing in your apartment? True. Okay. Okay, is this stream totally cursed? Are we going to get halfway through this game and the power's going to go out again? We're going to find out. It couldn't be more exciting, you guys. Hold your breath to see if we even get through this game. It's going to be Godrian versus Der Shush. This is Brazil versus Germany, and they have pretty good ping, both of them, around 120. In the bottom left, we have Mr. Shush. In the upper right, we have Godrian playing Pally Rifle. This could even up the MMR a little bit, to be honest with you. Could even up the MMR. Pally Rifle requires very, very specific set of skills. And to Shush have those very specific set of skills. Sicily is the largest city in the EU? Really? Oh my god. Didn't know that. Oh, largest island. Gotcha. There's not that many islands in the EU. How many are there? So Farseer Headhunters, obviously against Human, the standard start. But really, it's at the tier 2 stage of the game when this gets interesting, when you see if the Orc really knows the proper counters to all of these things. This is, I think this was the correct build order. Was this the accelerated Paladin sort of start? So that you can creep a camp before the Farseer gets here? I mean, it looks as though that's what he did. And the harass begins. Can Godrian get through this without having to build a shop, without having to build an arcane tower, without losing anything? We'll see. It's actually not true. Someone's lying in the chat. We'll find out soon who it is. I've seen a lot of people just right-click the Farseer with their Paladin recently. Oh, right. We gotta do this. There we go. Thank you. The tech not started yet. 4 rifleman tech. That's not standard, is it? Actually, I suppose half of Ireland is in the EU, right? So does that count as the largest island? Or is it still not? It must be. If you count it as EU. But only Northern Ireland is, right? Or something like that? I don't know. I'm from Canada. Shot coming up in the back, tech coming through. Of course, Shush is going to be quite ahead in tech. Let's see if he goes for the Naga second. That would be the most standard of options. Wolves being dealt with. Holy Light used on the maybe safer rifleman there, but the one that was in more danger gets microed back. We're getting close to losing some riflemen here. Might need to call militia. Well, almost a surround on that rifleman. If Godrian gets out of this losing nothing, then he's in a fantastic spot, but I do fear for him. Honestly, Shush could dive and probably kill every rifleman. Only for the cost of his town portal. It's risky, but he could. Okay, healing up. Honestly, good early game for Godrian. But we'll see what the follow-up is. Tier 2 about to finish. Does he have a headhunter at the tavern? Not yet, but he can soon. Trying to cancel the clarity. Minus 70, kick W. And the healing. He might get trapped. Looks like it. Farm block, militia called. Farseer's got a TP out. Was it worth it for the healing cancel? I don't think so. But 2 farms also went down. They're kind of being rebuilt slowly. That is a huge Google Earth link. Double Torn Totem. And looks like he's going to go for a Tavern Hero. 0 experience on the Farseer. Okay, Godrian's got to start creeping. But all in all, pretty normal early game for these two. Despite the MMR differential.
A player's forces are under attack.
Greater mana found, level 2 on the Paladin as well. Shot being crept. Still hasn't gone for a second hero. Shush. Of course, for Godrian, it's going to be the Blood Mage. Shush is solo creeping. 15% bonus experience, 30% if you reach tier 3. And right now he's taking advantage of that. Is it possible to play solo Farseer with Farseer headhunters or against Pally rifles? Maybe it is. Level 3 Paladin, Blood Mage on the way, +1 armor on the way, as well as +1 attack already finished. Hard to call it, you know? It's going to be a tech advantage for Shush. But it's such a strange strategy of only having... He gets a flute there from the shop, actually. That's really nice. Strange, like only 1 hero. We'll see. 1 headhunter going to go down right away. 2 headhunters might go down. Gets microed away. Pulverize and First Horns out. We have 1 walker, but only for Spirit Link currently. Blood Mage is out and on the way across. Is he bringing items? He's bringing Ivory Towers. Getting a little bit worried for Shush, but we'll see. He's got a heal scroll, which is going to help with Spirit Link. Obviously, Berserker form is difficult to afford when you need to get walkers, Master Train for the walkers, you need to get Pulverized for the Taurens, double Tauren Totem. It's hard to have enough lumber to get everything, but he could do it now if he wants to sacrifice other things for Berserkers. I would say that's the correct investment at this stage in the game. Militia called. It's only 5 riflemen. I feel like there should be more currently. But Godrian's supply block, he's building a farm currently. There should be like 7 riflemen, right, at this point? Yeah, and this push has to be given up. The game doesn't have to be given up, but he's gotta run away, maybe tech tier 3. Maybe even TP out before he loses too many peasants that would hurt his lumber so much that he wouldn't be able to get to tier 3. Godrian. He's going to continue pressuring. It's still solo Farseer. I think at this point it's just going to be for the rest of the game. Couple of riflemen getting low. Can always TP though, if we need to. Still trying to tower, right? This isn't going to work. He needs to tech tier 3. But often players, even players like Fortitude, even players like Infi at times, like Sock at times, stubbornly stay on tier 2 and don't actually try to tech up and get their army any stronger. But then we see from players like Starbucks, players like Lemus, players like Toxie, actually go tier 3, get like Inner Fire, maybe get Griffins, get a Mountain King 3rd, get Staff, things like that. So there's sort of 2 different camps. But I do think the tier 3 camp is the correct one. There's the tier 3 from Godrian. A little bit late, but better late than never, I suppose. The army's getting a lot better for Shush. Doesn't even have master training yet for the walkers. Getting Berserker form now, too. There's so many upgrades he can get. He got an Orb of Lightning now. He's going to get level 5 Farseer off creeping in no time. Like 1 more camp due to the bonus experience will get him level 5. Tier 3 scouted. Oh, 1 header going to go down pre-Berserker form. Walker's got to be careful. Chain Lightning will get 1 Rifleman kill. That's probably going to be the only one that he kills for now, unless the Orb procs. There it is. Both actually get a proc there. So 2 Headhunters. A 3rd probably will go down. Godrian just has to hold on for tier 3. If you can get Griffins out, I would say Shush has overbuilt Taurens at this point. He's going to have 5 Taurens soon. But will Godrian have enough time to get double Griffin Aviary? He hasn't even started 1 yet. He doesn't really have the lumber for 1 currently. He's just got to hold on. 30 seconds away, but tier 3 doesn't really mean salvation at this point for Godrian. I think he's a long ways away from what he needs. 1 Tauren almost dies, but heal scrolls there. Maybe a surround on the Farseer? No, it has greater heal. 1 Tauren goes down, level 2 on the Blood Mage. Chain Lightning is good. 1 more Rifleman goes down. Walker morphs before it gets focused down. Do you think Shadowhunter opener into Pit Lord second could be viable against Pally Rifle? Yep. Pit Lord is pretty good against Pally Rifle. It's been shown by undead players like 120. But for this game, I think Shush has done it. Godrian just a little bit too supply blocked for a while there. But a nice try. Definitely, he was 300 MMR behind at the start of the game, so a good try from him. But Shush will move on. He does qualify for the top 8. So well played to him. Yeah, almost level 6 at the end on that Farseer. The solo Farseer. What a crazy guy. All right, so we only have one match, and that's Sheic versus Jade Rhino. And then we will have our top 8 figured out. Let's see. Okay. They just started? Alright, we'll jump into that game then. Ah, yeah, I see. In 90 seconds, we'll jump into this. Human versus Undead. Always cool to see Sheic playing. I really like Sheik's style of Undead. Loser bracket, round 3. Not Jade Dark. I don't think it's the same guy. Pretty sure it's a different guy, right? Jade Dark was like 2400 MMR, wasn't he? Or am I misremembering? And Armin, I'm going to try to seed the top 8, but I don't even know if you can. Like, Challenge might just force whatever matches happen, but I'll see if I can. I'm pretty sure the right way to seed the top 8 would be upper bracket, top 4 MMRs is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then lower bracket, top 4 MMRs would be 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Would that be the correct way to seed things going to the top 8? If I can do that, I will, but Challenge might not even let you. So we'll see. But, yeah, just letting you know. Just letting you know, Armin, okay? You don't got to freak out, man, okay? Armin, VB, dang nabbit. All right, 2 seconds. Carson, you're back. I am back. I am back. I was gone for about an hour, but I'm back. Happily. You'll find a way to get me versus Sheic. Hey, man, the cards may just fall where they are, or whatever the saying is, you know? The cards might be, fool me once, can't fool me again, you know? All right. Sheic versus Jade Rhino. Probably just end up saying Jade, but... What country is this guy from? I'll add his flag. If I can. Let's see. I'm looking for his War 3 champions. He's a round 2 KMMR, this guy. Where's he from? Where's he from? He's... You from the UK? Are you from the UK, bruv? Alright. Cool. United. We don't have enough people from the United Kingdom. Let's see if that puts a flag under his name. Reason why you don't watch Back to Warcraft streams? Well, most of them are at like 4 a.m. my time. That's why, man. I would if they were at a reasonable time for me. I normally do, in fact. I watch the VODs. Alright, Jade Rhino in the upper left, and Sheic in the bottom right here. Yeah, because I'm on a PST time zone, so currently it's noon for me. It's 12:09 p.m. So the Back to Warcraft streams are like 9 hours ahead of me. So a lot of the time they'll start at like 3 or 4 a.m. my time, but really that's like 1 p.m. or noon for Neo and Remo. Cryptlord for Sheic. Is Beetles. Where's the second critter? Is this the second critter? Can't. Oh, there it is. Okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looks like doing some adminning on the side here. While we watch this guy creep.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right, back to the game. Deployed level 2 in the center. Impale actually used for 1 footman. I guess he's got a lot of mana on the Crypt Lord.
Player's forces are under attack.
Ghouls over here split off, but not going to get much done. Another footman goes down. Gold mine. Still possible cancel. If he can get 1 more kill, he'll be level 3. That's a bit of a weird comment. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes for that one, man. I don't, that's a weird one. You have to think about what you say in chat, okay? Think about the words that you're typing. That'll be level 3 on the Archmage. Crypt Lord a little ways away. And expansion was quicker for Jade, so even though he's losing some peasants here, he's going to get a little bit more ahead economically. There's a gold mine just now finishing for Sheic. So I just got to check on the bracket.
A player's forces are under attack.
People are going back to kind of defend. Ghouls are doing it. 3 low ghouls here. Could be picked up by the Archmage. Sheic needs to remember to micro those back. No boots. No trip to the shop for either player, actually, now that we look at it. This could be good pressure from Jade. Sheic doesn't have level 2 beetles yet. Normally that's the best thing you have to defend because the ghouls just kind of die. But he's split attacking. Militia could be called from the main if the multitasking is there, which it is. Double water elemental, but Sheic gets another footman kill. Level 3 now. He's got lots of mana. These ghouls not going to do a ton, but they force the militia, which hurts the lumber in the long run. Another water elemental is about 10 seconds away. All the hurt ghouls in the main won't actually be going down. And Sheic is already attacking. He's been attacking for a long time. The ghouls return from their expedition at the human expansion. They didn't do much, but they, again, hurt the lumber a little bit, and Sheic is very far ahead in the attack. Generally, the undead doesn't get this far ahead, so this is looking pretty good for Sheic.
A player's forces are under attack.
Archmage still healthy enough to maybe get some damage done, but he's going to go back home now. There's more ghouls split off again. Yeah, these surely won't do much. It looks like one peasant did die, however. But that'll be one ghoul dead to the Archmage. Nicely found. Oh! Peasant! Peasant, do it! 1 HP! We'll say it's a low roll. Unlucky. This ghoul? Will this ghoul get away? No, this one will go down. Impale is pretty huge. Unfortunately, didn't hit the Archmage. That would have been the most key target to hit. And the Arcane Tower burns the remaining mana. Footman. It's all chaos. Always. Maybe this Footman can get the ghoul. Wait a second. Wait. Does he reach? No. Unfortunate. Archmage is the only one with boots of speed right now. Luckily, Sheic has a staff because he almost gets surrounded there. If he didn't have that staff and got surrounded, that could have been a huge play for Jade. Not the end of the game, but a great play still. And tier 3, as well as all the necessary macro things coming online. No second slaughterhouse yet, but Sheic does have the lumber. Sometimes you won't go for the double slaughterhouse. You'll instead just go for early temples. Jade Rhino's Hipposaur? Actually, that's a good question. You might be right. You think he is? He's around 2k MMR. I don't know. His Discord and his War 3 champion's name is this. Maybe a Shredder could be grabbed. How many Lumber Peasants do we have? 9 currently. Yeah, so yeah, Shredder's going to be necessary in order to afford everything we need. Tier 3 upgrades, Triple Griffin Aviary, workshops in a lot of cases. And a Zeppelin's now going to be needed in order to get the Shredder out, unless we want a TP. Coil is there. Uses the Impale. Experience went to who? Went to Sheic, actually, there. Lots of items as well. You always go for the mana pots, always go for the one negations at tier 2 with your Death Knight. And Sheic is going to break up keep right before tier 3. Just a single slaughterhouse. Like, no banshees, no quick destroyers. He's just going to pretty much have fiends and some frenzy ghouls at tier 3. But is a full tech ahead. Jade only now getting his Mountain King, only now getting his tier 3. Selling that staff. Not going to need it. Mana pots. Is there a Lich on the way? There soon will be. Is he going to buy Orb? Yeah, he buys Orb preemptively. And he can just rally the Lich in. Jade trying to creep up, but he's going to have to defend with pretty much only Footman, which sometimes can be pretty good against Undead, but not when there's a soon-to-be level 2 Impale from a Crypt Lord with double mana pots. That's going to be tricky. Yeah, no Destroyers. It's purely fiends. Might not be impossible. Bolt and potential surround on the DK has double potions of healing. But defend Footman. Might be able to survive this push, and if he can survive this, he'll have Griffins soon. Potion was already forced. DK has a potion of vulnerability now, though. That's the upside of getting both labs. Why it's so strong. There's level 3 on the Death Knight. And once that invul pot is up, he will have cooldown on his potion of healing. So close to getting a big kill there, Jade, but now unfortunately he lost every Footman and he actually killed nothing. He did buy some time, is one thing. Lich is on the way. Second statue's on the way. Can Jade hold? Sheik's going to start to do a lot of damage. What he can do is also leave beetles here now that the Arcane Tower is dead. He also hasn't pulled ghouls yet. He has 8 ghouls, so he could easily pull like 5 of those with the amount of lumber he has, maybe even 6. He doesn't have Frenzy currently, though. Some weird macro decisions from Sheic. I mean, it's just fiends, but it's working. Mana pots for both heroes. Beetles can now go in the Peasant line. And we just have an Archmage. Tier 3 and Triple Griffin Aviary is up, though. 2,400 gold. Is the game not entirely over? It might look over. But if you spend all that gold on Griffins, this army is very weak. Because you have no Destros to sort of break the base entirely. You have no Banshees to deal with the Griffins. Jade's got a macro. Spend that gold. Getting a Paladin. Got Staff and Orb. And he needs to build as many Griffins as he can. He's not using his third Aviary right now. I don't even think the Orb and the Staff was really necessary. He just needs as many Griffins as he can get currently. Sheic was 68 supply. Transferred double mana pots again. Oh, one Knight. Be careful with that. Gonna get that impaled. He can staff it out. Or can he, though? Nope, not quite. And the first Griffin gets caught out. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the game. Next Griffin gets caught out of position. Maybe the statue will die. Yeah, Orb actually procs. And now there's Banshees coming out soon. We're just simply not going to be able to hold right now, unfortunately. Paladin's out. Try to save the day, but it's 4-1-1 versus 4-4, almost 2. Staff works that time. Yeah, these are the gold militia being called right now. And GG is called. That'll be Sheic moving on to the top 8. Nice try to Jade, but Sheic is Sheic's pretty damn good. Is the grid right? Yep, grid should be accurate right now. All right, now we move on to best of 3s. What map was that? That was Hammerfall. Yeah, I'll show you guys our top 8 as it stands. I think I know what match I want to watch, though. So we have Lucifer versus Sheic on Deadmere there. We have Armin versus Shush. We have Ito versus Thaedalius. Thaedalius is about 2200 MMR Orc player, which is pretty solid. And we have Jens versus Mr. Winner. I think we want to watch Shush versus Armin. Do we want to watch an Orc mirror, or do we want to watch Ito versus Thaedalius? I think that's between those two matches. Just depends how much we don't want to watch Orc mirror. I'll give you guys a poll, then we can decide. Which? Armin versus Shush. Ito versus Thaedalius. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. These will be best of 3s. Yeah, we can go in flow though, Razor, so it's all good. And maybe, I think my vote goes for Ito as well, TBH. I know, but Armin didn't start yet? Oh, I see. Gotcha, gotcha. Which was the Orc mirror? Armin and Shush is the Orc mirror, the first option in the poll. I almost accidentally clicked stop streaming there. That would have been funny. Oops. There should be like a, you know, some safety measures so you don't accidentally stop your stream by just left clicking on it one time. It looks like Ito Thaedalius is winning, and I think that's the match actually I prefer too, now that I think about it a little bit. Quarter final. Ito Thaedalius. Thaedalius is not a player I'm very familiar with, but I mean 2200 MMR is pretty damn good. Okay, no one voted. Yeah, it's cool to see Orc players that we don't know that well. TBH. In Northern Isles. Gonna be our map. This will be a best of 3, of course. Ito with a very particular style against Orc. He's a Crypt Lord guy. A Crypt Lord man, you see. I go from town to town, summoning beetles. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anyone? Anyone? What's up with Quentin Tarantino talking about Paul Dano recently? Anyone been following that? Why is he hating? I thought that performance was pretty good. All right, here's our game 1 and our first best of 3 of the day. Thaedalius in the bottom left going for Blademaster Mirror Image Headhunters, it looks like. In the upper right, Ito. Going for the DK. It seems like he's going away from his Crypt Lord ways. He's just a weird dude. True, true. He is a weird dude. Watch There Will Be Blood recently. That is a hell of a movie. It's a movie that I could probably watch every 2 months. No problem. But I'm not going to. Weird creep route from Ito. Normally you want to choose a creep route that's away from the Blademaster harass, but I guess maybe he knows that it's going to be mirror image, so he doesn't need to be afraid of anything. Of course, you can creep very aggressively against Blademaster Mirror Image. Oftentimes, we'll see Happy just expand straight up. Creep the Expo and Expo as soon as he scouts that it's Mirror Image. But I don't think there was ever an Acolyte scout from Ito. Just a very fast tech. A 1 Zig tech from Ito. Wait a second. This is very particular. Cool. Yeah, no Scout Acolyte, 5 ghouls, 3 of them creeping, and then he just techs. He's going to be a little bit low on lumber, but I guess he can send some more ghouls back home. This is a cool build. I haven't seen this before. What is he fast teching to, I wonder? Curious, curious. Of course, no big surprises from Thaedalius. Once we know that it's Blade Headhunters, we know that it's going to be mirror image creeping. Probably worms. Now that would be fun. Usually just worms? Does he do this all the time? This is what Spy Creed told me to do? Against Orc in general or against Blade Mirror Image? I guess you can't react to Mirror Image by skipping your second Zig. You kind of have to do it blind, right? Blade Scouting, there's no expansion. If there was, he'd be on time to maybe get level 3, pick up a Fire Lord and all in. Which is typically what people do when they play this style. Just Blade. Gotcha. Now that's a hell of a name. Fart Seer. Thank you for the 78 months. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Very kind of you to bless us with a name like that for 78 months. Appreciate you. That's good stuff. All right, straight to tier 3, wasting no time. Lich. And at the fastest possible tier 3. You really can't get tier 3 quicker than this, nearly. With having a normal hero timing. He didn't even build a Nerubian, which is risky. If it was straight Blade Harass, he could get his second Zig canceled and not have a Nerubian to deal with it. Headhunters just chilling. This is kind of interesting from Thaedalius because he knows, because he's crept, chances are in a standard game he's also given the Blade or the Death Knight level 3, which means the Death Knight's going to look for Headhunters with Coil level 2, and he's just hiding them in the most unexpected place possible. There should be no reason for Ito to ever check where they are right now. So he can't actually find any kills. And in the meantime, the Blade Master's just trying to get some value on its own. Very smart. I mean, I don't think it's quote-unquote optimal, but it's smart. It shows an understanding, which I can respect. I feel like you just put the skull down, don't you? If you're going to try and do this. Lich comes out now. And I imagine if Ito's going to go for worms, he should be clearing some space for the boneyards. You want to make it a little less obvious. You don't want to build the boneyards in the front of your base, do you? You can at least do the respect to your opponent of building them in the back and trying to hide them if you're going to go for straight tech worms. Okay, now the Blade actually steals this. He got the Mana Stone from the center. Oh, DK's here with the Lich. That'll be a Nova last hit. Item did go to Thaedalius. It was Parry up to Vitality. Okay, now Shadowrunner's out and doing some evasion creeping. This is a nice idea. Just hide the whole army here. Then the Shadowhunter just runs north right away, and it's a lot easier to sneakily get a Shadowhunter up here than it is to sneakily get your entire army up there. So he pre-moves it, and the Shadowhunter can just path around the trees and meet the army and start creeping. It's going to be very hard for Ito to get a scout on that. It would be very hard for most people to get a scout on that. And this is also the most passive camp. It's not the smallest camp, but it's like the most hidden camp, let's say, that isn't a huge risk like the red. So it's very, very nice passive play from Thaedalius. After the early game, the Blade's got to be careful, though. And what do we got? Double Boneyard at the 7-minute mark. So we're going to have worms by minute 9. We'll have 2 worms. And then by minute 10 and 5 seconds, we're going to have 4 worms. So they take 65 seconds to build after the boneyards are done. I'm a worm man, you see. I go from town to town. This is why you don't put the boneyards in the front. He's canceling it. This delays him so much, man. Oh, no. Build it back here, Ito. That's unfortunate. So now, instead of having 2 worms, we're going to have 1, which is a big difference. It's a 7-supply unit. Okay, what is the counter, though? Sometimes you can scout mass worms. You can know about it for hours and hours and hours, and you still don't find the right answer in terms of army. I couldn't tell you what the right army is. I would think just pure Berserker, but then I would lose the game. Oh, he finds the army. Every Headhunter kill is a potential Berserker going down. It's a sad day. Does have Frenzy as well. Rebuilding the second worm, getting armor upgrades, which is going to mean bats. He already got an armor upgrade. It's going to mean bats are not going to be the optimal choice, especially with frost armor on top.
A player's forces are under attack.
Creeping the red camp with just a few Frenzy Ghouls. Raider's counter. I mean, Ensnare plus Berserker Focus Fire is pretty good. But I imagine if Mass Worms was countered by just Berserkers, Ito would never play Mass Worms. It's got to be a little bit more complicated than that, surely, right? One good counter to Worms is Hex. Just use Hex off cooldown, because they're 7 supply each. That's 70 mana to counter pretty much like 25% of your army, at best. So hopefully you see lots of Hex, and then you need to make sure to not attack them with the blade, because then you will purge the Hexed worm. The idea would be to ensnare and focus one and Hex the others. He will need one negation. True. He already has one negation. Never mind. So what is the counter of not for Hex? Is it just Berserkers? That's what he's going for. Wouldn't it be funny if Ito went 2 Boneyards, didn't build Worms, instead just Mass Ghouls, got a Dark Ranger 3rd, forced him to go Mass Berserkers, and then just went 3-0 Frenzy Ghouls instead? That'd be the sickest metagame ever. Instead of hiding the Boneyards, you build both Boneyards in the front, you hide a second Crypt and go Mass Ghouls. I need to tell Ito this, okay? This is an idea and a half. He'd win some games with this, I swear. Frenzy Ghouls with the Dark Ranger. He finds a worm. Oh my god, that's like a third of his army gone from one ensnare. Unfortunate. He's got no town portal. He's gonna nuke down one raider.
A player's forces are under attack.
No, Kodus cannot eat worms, despite the Banshee thing. There's a Berserker and a raider. The heroes are doing more than the worms have so far. The worms get out safe, but one already died. Thaedalius now. One a negation. Ensnare. Crit. Does he have a coil? No, he's just going to lose the Lich. I don't think Thaedalius is going to have the easiest time breaking Ito's base. And as Decep just said, it would be funnier if Thaedalius let Ito get 80 pop. Yeah, 80 pop worms is difficult to deal with as an orc. It's very difficult. You feel like you're supposed to be able to counter it, and then they have like 9 worms, and you just lose. But he's going to try and end it in the base. Maybe a tower, maybe 2 towers, maybe 3. This worm's got to be rallied properly. And it is. Yeah, you got to make sure to not be hovering over buildings, because if you get ensnared when you're hovering over buildings, you'll pop to the Raider. Orc is expanding right now. Okay, Ensnare lands in a good position. Kodo's going to go down. Raider also being slowed. He's actually going for the Berserkers instead. 1 worm died. Ito has no altar to rebuild his Lich right now, but he's got worms. Another coil. They're not that tanky when they're out of position. Next Raider goes down. There's going to be another coil in a second, but another Raider comes in, and the Purge is so good as well. Ito just trying to hold on. If only he had a Lich back here with Orb, it would make a huge difference. Rebuilding the altar finally. And over here, Expo 1 minute away. They play old Warcraft 3 or Reforged. Nobody really plays Reforged. Ito just trying to kill the Raiders. Trying to get more worms. Okay, he's got another worm now. There we go. Just has to keep it here. Don't hover it over the Boneyard. Then it will die to Ensnare. More skeletons. He's trying to get this Raider. Slowly but surely the base is being broken. Like, Ito's getting some unit kills, but... Oh, the Ensnare! Yeah, pops to the Raider because it was over the crypt. That's the one thing you got to be careful with in this position, because then it's just dead. Whereas if it gets ensnared here, a bit harder to actually kill it. The 1 Raider goes down. Lich, not even being built yet. It's just a Death Knight. And GG is called. That's 1-0 for Thaedalius. But I'm glad we get a best of 3 here, because I want to see Ito try that again. There's definitely some clear mistakes to fix there for Ito. So let's see game number 2, which will be on springtime in 50 seconds. Does Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne still get updates? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We actually just had a PTR go up, what, like a week ago? 5 days ago? So there'll be a new patch soon. They updated all the menus and everything recently. They added a bunch of features. They're fixing a bunch of bugs. So yeah, they've been updating it. They have a whole team for Warcraft and Heroes of the Storm and Brood War and stuff, but they have a team for it now. So yeah, we're actually getting updates. Can you believe it? Pretty exciting time. Unironically, it actually is a pretty exciting time for Warcraft. 23 years into its life. It's a good time. It's a good time to get into the game. Couldn't be better. Now, 5 years ago, I would be lying to you if I said that, but today it actually is. Great time. Pretty active, helpful community. Good custom ladder and War 3 champions. You got a lot of reasons to play, man. Okay, game number 2, Ito versus Thaedalius. Best of 3. Winner will be in the semifinals. Thaedalius would be a new name, I think, in the semifinals. Would be cool. Maybe he's been this far before. I don't quite remember, though. Oops. Okay, Springtime is our map. Upper left, Thaedalius. Going again for Blade, Mirror Image, Headhunters, and Ito. Will he go for the Crypt Lord this time? Yeah, he will go for the Crypt Lord. Springtime is a really good CL Expo map, so... What's up, Johnny RTS? Hi, Carlos. I just wanted to stop by and tell you you're a cool guy. You are. Keep rocking. Hell yeah, Johnny. That's my boy right there. Paid chatter. No, totally not, man. I don't know Johnny. Never talked to Johnny in my life. But you don't know Johnny RTS? Is it cold in Canada at the moment? Winter kind of late here in Finland? No, it is. It is late as well here, too. It's not cold at all. It's rainy and apparently windy enough to make my power go out, but it's not very cold. I haven't even been wearing a jacket outside. In fact, I went outside dressed exactly as I am right now earlier, and it was fine. Blade gonna start creeping. But Crippler Expo, there's, you know, it's strong because, of course, the Blade is passive, but it's weak because there's potential all-ins at Tier 2 if Thaedalius just goes for the Firelord all-in, but we'll see how it plays out. Ito is one of the few that actually plays Crippler 1 base quite well, which I've never been a huge fan of, but he does it. He likes Crippler enough to suffer through 1 base with it. And for now, we're just creeping. Get a Claws there. Blade Master got a ring, unfortunately. But all items are pretty good, because everything benefits the illusions as well. Any tank items, any damage items. Cloak can be used on illusions as well, so, I mean, even though it's not the greatest items, in fact, it's probably technically the worst items for Thaedalius, you can get utility out of them. And a Center Expo, the Springtime Special. We'll see if it goes unscouted. But, like, look at the Tavern position in relation to the expansion. I don't even need to move the screen, it's right there. So, Firelord second is very much a possibility for the Orc. I don't have a PC yet, but I don't think you need a good one for Warcraft 3. You do not. You do not. In fact, the menu is more difficult to run than the game itself. So don't be thrown off if you launch the game and it's laggy, because the menu, for some reason, is way over the top. I don't know why. I do not code. A little bit of a creep jack here. This is something Thaedalius tried to avoid last game by hiding the Headhunters, but this time not gonna be able to. Berserker might be impaled and killed. Wants to save the mana. Ooh, nice surround. No impale needed is huge, because now we can use it on a Headhunter in the future. Maybe the Priest right now. And saves both ghouls as well. Nice micro there from Ito. Impales the Grunt and the Headhunter. Gets the Headhunter surround. Ito lucky scout. If it was luck, it shouldn't have been, because Ito has 1,000,000 units to scout with. Even though it might have been luck, but there's no reason for it to need to be luck with all the beetles and the skeletons and ghouls and acolytes on such a small map. Another Grunt gonna go down. Alright, this is huge. This is huge damage. What could have been an all-in is now dwindling away from the Orc here. Tier 2 has been approached, but I don't think if you pick up a Firelord, you're gonna be able to win this game. You're gonna have to probably go for Tier 3 Tiny Great Hall Counter Expo. He's pulling peons still to maybe go for a Tower Rush. He got Claws +8. He got level 3 Blade. I do worry for Thaedalius, though, going for this, despite the Berserker loss, that 2 Headhunters loss, the Grunt loss. We'll see. It's going to be a Firelord. It's not like it's impossible to counter Expo, obviously. You just go Tier 3 and get a Tiny. It's going for spikes and going for towers, though. No second hero just yet. Level 3 Crypt Lord. That should probably be Beetles.
A player's forces are under attack. A town
Refusing to
is
summon
under
any just yet. A second crypt coming up as well. Does he have a graveyard? Yeah, he's getting one as well. What is the play? No Tavern Heroes still. Just solo Blade. Impale hits everything there. There's the Fire Lord, okay. Better late than never. One more Headhunter goes down, but it's mostly going to come down to the heroes right now for Thaedalius.
A player's forces are under attack.
One Ghoul microed away. Solid Ghoul micro for Ito this game, saving a lot of low HP units. There is no replacement for the Acolytes currently. Every kill will be dead until the tier 2 finishes and the Necropolis and the main can rebuild them. So those are big kills. Tower coming up. Spirit Tower, that is, and Watchtower over here. Lava spawns. Have they split yet? No, these are the 2 original lava spawns. So this one, not allowed to split. This one might be a different story. Acolytes falling still. There's a Fire Lord. Oh, actually, that's a Fire Lord from Ito as well. That's an interesting choice. He realizes it's just going to come down to holding this. Couple units fall. Ghouls, Headhunters, Priest at the Tavern. Headhunter being chased down by Fiends. Double towers here, but no repair means they're actually not indestructible like they normally are. Nerubian might die. If the Nerubian dies, it's going to be much easier position to break. This tower going to be cancelled. Getting very confused by whose Fire Lord is whose right now. Nerubian got a slow on this Headhunter before it went down. Crypt Lord going to need a potion. Speed Scroll. Beetle fails to block. Oh, actually successfully does. Nicely done. Oh, the Fire Lord's creeping. That's not what we want here. Is Thaedalius getting a 2-0? I didn't think this all-in was going to work at all. But Ito, I think, not getting a Necropolis here. Going for a Fire Lord instead of just a DK second. A couple of weird choices, I'll be honest with you. But Thaedalius knew what he needed to do. Oh, level 2 actually saves the Fire Lord, just like the Beetle saved the Crypt Lord earlier. Wait a second, this is a closer than I was giving it credit for a couple seconds ago. Potions. And Acolytes rebuilding here for the expansion. Creep's getting involved, but why are they attacking this when they should be attacking this? There we go. Everything's in its right place. Fiend goes down level 4 on the Blade. Headhunter's being chased by a Beetle and a Ghoul there to the north. Crypt Lord comes back in with a lot more mana. Needs to start summoning Beetles. That's like most of his army is the Beetles. Another Acolyte falls. That's a lot of Fiends all of a sudden. Beetle seems like he's turned this around a little bit. Bestiary now coming up. We could see a tier 3 tech. I mean, Crypt Lord, Fire Lord. Does that scale better or worse than Blade Master Fire Lord into the late game? I mean, I guess you can put the orb on the Fire Lord and call it a Lich, but the Blade Master impaled and goes down. Is that going to be 1-1? Seems like it will be. Ito barely holds on, actually. Both heroes almost died. The Springtime proves to be a pretty comfortable map for him. And that'll be 1-1 going to game 3. Alrighty. What is map 3? Last Refuge. In 55 seconds. And then I wonder what the rest of the bracket's looking like right now. Seems like Shush was able to defeat Armin, so he's waiting for the winner of Lucifer and Sheic. And then Jens was able to defeat Mr. Winner, so he's going to play the winner of this. So would you rather watch an undead, either Sheic or Lucifer versus Shush, or one of these two versus Jens after this? What are we hoping for? I mean, Ito versus Jens could be fun, if it is Ito winning. Seen a lot of Orc vs. Elf recently, though, due to watching Grubby's stream. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. A lot of players I want to see, though. All the undeads. Yens for sure. But first, we'll load into LR. Yeah, Thaedalius 2207 MMR. Ito 2328. I want to see him go back to the worms. That's what I want. Let's see. If it's DK, it'll probably be worms. Here is game number 3. Ito in the bottom left. Actually went for Crypt Zig Altar. Or was that? Was that Crypt Altar Zig? I think it was just a weird position on the Crypt and the Altar. We'll see. And Thaedalius in the upper right. I think we know what he's going to do this time. Probably a War Mill pretty soon here. For Ito. Going to come down to what hero comes out of this altar. It is actually Death Knight now. Will it be the worms? Will we get to see them one more time in this series? Perhaps he will play Blademaster Mirror Image? I think that's the play from Thaedalius. I wonder what he does in other matchups. Is he a Blademaster Mirror Image player in every matchup? Because against Undead, it's not too uncommon, but to do it 3 games in a row does show that he's kind of a specialist in that way. And we see just how fast of a tech that is for Ito. Before his DK's even out. And then he builds a second Zig. This is very, very weak to Blade instant harass or Farseer instant harass. But because he knows Thaedalius is going to play the mirror image creeping, he gets away with this super greedy tech. I'm surprised we're not seeing the Orc go for the Merc Camp second, which you can do with this opener. Gets 1 ghoul, though, for his troubles. Ensnare luckily doesn't get a second ghoul for Ito. Creeping will continue. Level 2 for the Blademaster. In a second here. Ito, he always gets the skull, but he didn't even use it in the first game, I feel like. Not sure why he goes for it. Is this going to be the Merc Camp now? Looks like it can pull it with the blade. Pick up the Berserker and the Priest if you want. Pretty easy creeping here. Ito should know about this play, though. He should probably run straight over and try to stop it.
Forces are under attack.
Ito can't really coil any creeps here. Not the Mud Golem, not the Rock Golem. We'll just have to wait for one of the Berserkers. Maybe he can get a last hit. It's level 2. Aura's going to help him out here. But item and experience goes to Thaedalius with the Lion Horn. Priest does eventually go to Ito. So he made it a little bit more difficult than it would have been otherwise. And, you know, remember, Ito's just straight teching this whole time. He's already on his way to tier 3. So he's happy to do this sort of a delay. Stop the creeping when he's getting the tech advantage already. He's going to need to get level 3 Death Knight eventually, but this is all good for now. Thaedalius, what are you creeping next? He sold the lion horn? That's such a good item. Okay, go off. Prefers boots and a circlet, I guess. And again, the evasion creeping.
A player's forces are under
Ito's
attack.
right to scout this lab. I would think the same, but Thaedalius is on the other side of the map. There's so many creeps to check. He could be creeping reds right now. He could be creeping this lab right now. Both shop, both of these. Or this expansion. It's a game of hide and seek. The Blade Master is going to win for now. Lich is here, but without level 2 coil, you can't really threaten much. Ito, build the boneyards in the back this time. And I really feel like you just wait for like 6 worms if you're Ito. You just play really passive with a TP always if you get caught out of position. And you just wait for 6 worms. He's going to keep on creeping. Again, the passive move with his units while his blade solo creeps. It's another Gloves of Haste. And a ring, by the way, from the expansion earlier. But Ito creeping with pretty much bare bones here. Going to get the shop. Want a mana stealing. Want to see how quickly he builds the boneyards and where he does. Does he already have that armor upgrade? Not yet. But I guess there's no rush. You want at least, I feel like, 1 armor upgrade, if not 2, just to make sure they never go for bats. Alright, shop. Seems like the second one will go to the orc. Oh, almost a Nova there. The arms were raised. 1 mana standing for both players. That time, he'll actually get the last hit, Ito. And the grunt seems like it's going to go down as well. Just barely. Frost armor now unlocked. Or Dark Ritual. Okay, why not? Oh, Hex to stop the coil. Not microing back that header. He is going to lose it, but we're going to need to use the Wand of Mana Stealing to deny the next Hex. He doesn't have Frost armor. Okay, 1 a negation. Use the Wand of Mana Stealing. Okay, just 1 a negation. Never mind. Undead Imba. Careful with the Lich, though. Do we have double Boneyard? We only have 1 Boneyard coming up. Is that a mistake from Ito? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it is, because now he's building the second Boneyard. Whoopsies. I guess there's no rush. But if there's no rush, why the fast tech, then? Is my question. Tier 3. Going to be unlocked for Thaedalius in a second. That means Orb. That means Berserkers, of course. TC might not be the most necessary hero, like he showed in the first game. Level 4 Blade. Trying to cancel the Replenishment Potion. Once Ito has 1 worm, he can pretty much creep freely. The question is, what's going to be left on the map? Once he has that worm. No hurry? Exactly. What's up, Buckcrumbs? Triple Gloves of Haste. Pretty funny. But lots of chance for orb procs once the blade gets that orb. Not a ton of damage, though. Ito really gets a lot of creeping done with very few ghouls. He only built, what, 5 ghouls the whole game? Looks like 6 ghouls, actually. But that's it. He lost 1 in the early game, so 7 in total. Okay, now we got double Boneyard production. I guess he'll build 3, and then he'll wait to break upkeep until he can get up to 5. In the meantime, Blade trying to get 5 himself. Mana Stone from the lab. Ito got a Mana Stone himself as well. But Ito with no TP is very risky. If he gets caught out, he's just going to lose worms. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter in one more creep camp. Blade with Windwalk.
A player's forces are under attack.
Did our overlay miss a retrain? Oh, Invis Pot. Never mind. That was very confusing to see. I don't know if I've ever seen Blade Master no Windwalk use a Potion of Invisibility. But why not? Sure. It looks just like Windwalk. Oh, and this is what I mean. The worm is just going to die now. Hex on another one. Wait, unless the Raider dies before. Purge. This worm gets to safety. This one needs to get above the trees over here. Ito not even trying to micro it seems like, because he knows it's just going to get purged over and over again. Might as well get DPS. Berserker going to go down as well. Purge now on the worm. Foil to try to save it. Nova lands pretty good after the Berserk form's already used, so a lot of extra damage. Dark Ritual. But they're kind of trading everything. I don't know where that worm went to, by the way. Oh, it's still over here. Oh, Raider being nuked down. It's exactly kind of where Ito wants to be in his base, defending. DK's got to be careful. Shop goes down, which doesn't deny anything other than potions, I guess. Raider coming in. Hex in 2 mana. Can this worm maybe get back home? It would be very helpful right now. Same position pretty much we were in the first game, only this time we actually have the Lich. Which makes a huge difference. He's just fighting mirror images over and over again. But they do give experience. The Shop and Crypt go down. This worm. What are you doing with the worm? Okay. Foils it. One's going to get ensnared if the Raider doesn't die. The Raider actually does die. So it's just the Blade Master for lockdown right now. Mana Stone can be used in a second, but he actually Dark Rituals it. Uh-oh, all the Berserkers are dying. And once the Berserkers are dead, the worms are going to control the heroes. Is he going to use the Mana Stone? Or he's just going to lose that worm as well. Did he forget he had the mana items? He's got one Mana Stealing Mana Stone. Maybe Ito just doesn't care. Just lose your worms, rebuild new ones, but lose your DK. And that's going to be a bit more difficult to get back. Unfortunate there. Very scrappy game, though. There's no expansion for either player in sight. And there's about to be 2 more worms coming out. DK's on his way back in 100 seconds. Oh, Lich is going to die. Ensnare? Frost Armor, maybe? Uses Nova. But the Lich is dead as well. No heroes. Just worms. How the game was meant to be played. Last Berserker dies. Is 1 Raider, 2 heroes versus soon to be 2 worms. He's definitely going to lose this Raider when the worm comes out. But actually, with a cast of Mirror Image, he probably can just kill the worm. Here we go. Micros it accordingly. This is a very messy game. And he needs a crypt to be able to get any more lumber. Gonna build the shop first, but eventually we're gonna run out of lumber. I don't know if Ito's quite aware of that just yet. Okay, definitely back in 40 seconds. Luckily the altar is far, far in the back. Okay, he's gonna cancel the shop. Death Knight back, and then he's got to slowly rebuild the Lich as well. Tower's coming up. Gonna have a 3rd worm in 20 seconds, so we'll have the DK and a 3rd worm soon. Does he care about losing the main? I mean, as long as he's got both Boneyards, whatever. He loses his main. Unfortunately, he lost 1 Acolyte as well. Okay, where's the DK gonna go? 3rd worm and a DK is out. Hex is 1. There's no Wand negation. He's got lots of mana on the DK. Needs to slow the blade, because if not, the damage is going to be out of control. Will he use the Mana Stone? Is there more worms coming out? He could build more. One is still hexed in the air. Okay, I think this is the end of Ito, everybody. He tried to hold. But the Blade Master proved to be too strong, it seems like. Mana Stone is used. Death Knight is surrounded. Thaedalius in the semifinals. Well played to him. Seems like Crypt Lord greater than Worms is what I learned there. That was fun. Okay, which match do we want to watch now? We got 2 semifinal options. I'm going to give a poll in the chat. Both of them have an orc. Yes, 2 minutes. Those are our 2 options. As you can see. Lucifer versus Shush, Undead versus Orc, or Thaedalius versus Jens, Orc versus Night Elf. I will come back and make Mass Worms work again. I believe. This is what I was saying in the first game, Ito. What you should do, everyone knows you play Mass Worms. You should build 2 boneyards in the front of your base, make it super obvious, and then hide a second crypt in the back of your base, and just build like 40 frenzy ghouls with 3-0. And they'll go mass berserkers, but then you'll just have mass ghouls and you'll never build a worm ever. Just keep upgrading Frost Breath and canceling it over and over again to make it look like you're hiding worms, but you're not building any. And then you double unsummon and push. Now that's the build I want to see from Ito. They make like mass bat riders, and then you have just mass frenzy ghouls. Oh, it'd be incredible. Be the best ever. Okay, we want Jens. Gotcha. We will watch Jens. Oops. Orc versus Elf. It's been a while since I've seen this matchup, I feel like. And they would just kill my base with mass bats, but you killed their base with mass frenzy ghouls, Ito. Come on, man. But chances are they'll make mass berserkers, right? I think that's what most people do against it. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Yeah, dude, you gotta be super tricky. Let's see if I can get a game name out of these guys. Alright, should be 2 more best of 3s, maybe 3 more. What's up, Burning Blaze? How you doing? We got our semifinal best of 3, then our grand final best of 3. Usually it works, just need like 6 worms plus 2 illusions and 3/3 tech. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think like if you can get up to that many worms, it's really good. But it sucks because you also kind of need a TP. And if you can't afford the TP plus worms on one base, it's rough. Maybe you shouldn't sell the TP unless you have to afford the fast tech. Because I feel like if you need to creep once you have your first couple worms, but if you get caught out, you just kind of lose. So it's unfortunate. Okay, we got a game name. I've been playing the campaign on stream recently, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm looking forward to playing the campaign more than I am playing ladder. somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been playing Undead too much, but the campaign's been real fun. Yen's show tonight? I mean, no Starbuck today. So it might be Yen's. But that means that, I mean, if Yen's, who is probably the favorite in the bracket currently to make it, to win, that means we're going to have Hawk in the finals at the end of the month. We're going to have Yen's in the finals if he is able to make it out of these next two matches, which aren't easy matches at all. And then we're probably going to have Starbuck next week, most likely. And then I think we're going to have three, like, sort of weird players that we don't often see in the, like, maybe, I think Ito's made it pretty far both weeks, right? Yeah, I got kind of caught stupidly both times, having at least 4 worms. Yeah, there's something there, though. There really is something there. I'm personally a fan of Mass Worms and Undead Mirror. I play it quite a bit. Because for some reason, Mass Worms just beats Gargs in Undead Mirror if you have Lich level 3. Pretty awesome. Don't tell him. I'm not saying anything, Thaedalius. Don't worry. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Who's Jens? Never heard of him. Thaedalius is the best player in the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg. I believe it. Haven't just seen that game. Don't tell him. I don't know what there is to tell. Is it some sort of... Could it be Blademaster Mirror Image into Nagasek and Tower Rush? Could it be something like that? Could there be something I'm missing? I'm just guessing, okay? I'm guessing there's some sort of Tower Rush coming up. But I don't know. Alright, just letting these guys get the vetoes done. Plays happy with the ends. Where? Probably Tower Rushes against Mass Worms because no balls for late game. Wait, when he sees Boneyards, he Tower Rushes you? Isn't that like partway through his tier 3 tech? That he would see it? Does he cancel his tier 3 tech and Tower Rush you? What's the flowchart there, if not blind countering? I guess Grubby's not afraid to blind counter, though, is he? I like the fast tech. But if you get harassed, I feel like you're screwed, Ito. But still, I like that build. I might steal that. It might be good against Elf, honestly. That really, really fast tech. And then, like, Naga 3rd instead of 2nd. Could be cool. And, like, insta-harass with Unholy Aura and, like, 2 ghouls or something. Now, before he knows he lost too often against it in 2016. Yeah, weaker worms as well back then, wasn't it? Alright, they're just getting vetoes done in the lobby right now. You can't theorycraft a game that's been out for 20 years. It's been figured out. Yeah, exactly. Just Raider Walker versus Talons, right? Humans have to sky push. Undeads have to play 1-base Ted Fiends. Oh, wait. 2025, not 2010. Yeah, but maybe? Yeah, sure. We got some time. Let's do it. Wait a second. The meta changes like every 3 months. There's tons of new good strategies that are invented all the time. Oh my god. The game's evolving. Who would have thought? Who will win this best of 3? Thaedalius? Or Jens? I'll give you guys 2 minutes here. Ted Fiends. Is Neo a Ted Fiends enjoyer, right? He better be playing Pit Lord 2nd then. That's all I'm going to say. I've literally never seen Neo knock out Ted Fiends. It's a good build at his MMR. Alright, we are loading in. Yen's 2700 MMR. Thaedalius, this is work cut out for him, but it seems like he's got a particular style that might be difficult to deal with if you're not aware of it, which I don't think I've seen these guys play before in tournaments, so who knows? And depending on when you queue ladder, there's some players you just never face on ladder, even though they would be in the same MMR bracket. Okay, here we go. I'm interested to see how Thaedalius plays this. Sigrid played solo DH Night Elf Mirror. Was that the Mass Hunt game? I think I saw that one. Bottom left, here's our orc player. Upper right, here is Jens, our Night Elf. It's going to be Keeper. He's going to play Keeper here. Calling it right now. There it is. Versus Blade Master Mirror Image. The guy with the red, white, blue flag will win. In no particular order. Very nice. Alright. Oh, 2 Archer creeping. I really like this. Jens, I feel like, does this more than anybody else, but... Oh, never mind. But sometimes you'll see him build a second Archer before uprooting because you have a little bit of extra time when the Ancient of War is like idle or creeping the camp without the hero. Which with the Demon Hunter, you do want to creep the camp without the hero. Oh yeah, he is doing it. Because with the Demon Hunter, you want to grab the item from, like, say, the green camp and then run across and harass a lot in a lot of matchups. But with a Keeper, after you're done creeping the first camp, a lot of the time you're going to creep the next camp. So the second Archer, and then he can start creeping the camp, but with a lot more tempo. And this also means once you reroute the Ancient of War, you don't need to build as many archers before moving it on to the next creep camp. There's a lot of reasons why this is a good build, which should be played a lot more often, I feel like. On mercenary camp maps, you can only build 2 archers and then just move the Ancient of War right away. It's pretty nice. I don't know what's happening here with the Ogre, but... Where's Chaemiko? Chaemiko was unable to play, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll see him next week. He sort of works until he has to play. Like, he's a bartender, so he closes the bar and then he comes home and plays at, like, it's like 2 a.m. for him or something. So I imagine it's not very easy for him to participate every time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, Jens is attacking and Jens is creeping. Both players are. But obviously Jens with the Ancient War creeping a little bit quicker. He's ahead of full camp. Imagine getting a drink made by Chaemiko. Oh yeah, dude. He's probably a damn good bartender. Very nice guy. Circlet, gloves, and slippers. And boots of speed. He is not messing around with this blade. Jens gonna find a headhunter if he only microed his... Someone's gotta show Jens how to play this game, dude. This guy looks like a noob. Looks like a noob and a fool in front of all of us, okay? Who is this guy? What, you're not even a top 3 Night Elf in the world? You're only like a top 4? Come on, Jens. What are you doing? Actually, there's so many good Night Elf players. He might actually be... Jens is so good, but he might be like the 8th best Night Elf only still. Because there's so many Night Elf players that are really good. That's 3 peons. And with a greater mana, that's going to be 2 headhunters most likely. If he really wants them. Did he just attack his own headhunter? So, like, I don't think level 2 Entangle kills it from full HP, does it? I need somebody with more knowledge than me to tell me, because I'm not sure. 8 seconds left on that tier 2 tech. that'll be a dead headhunter now. You have to be careful of the Shadowhunter timing around this as well, but Shadowhunter is still 45 seconds away. This will be denied again. There we go. Nicely done. Assuming that first headhunter was going to die, both denies were great. The second one was going to die, though. Boots of speed for both players. I think Jens only got it because it was necessary due to the Blade Master. And he's creeping a Panda. Look at the efficiency here. Is the Ancient War in position already? Where is the Ancient War? Goes back home. He's preparing for a tower rush, I feel like. Is he right about that? Book of the Dead. So much tempo to creep this Panda up. My lord. A Torrent Totem? And is it tier 3 tech? In which case, this probably shouldn't be at home, but Jens is weary of mirror image all-ins, I suppose. And a level 2. And where does he go next? Blade Master. Oh, was he trying to creep the item here like he did earlier? I do like that little trick that you can do that with the blade on its own. Jens is just going to creep the shop. With Treants, with the Book of the Dead, with Drunken Haze. Very much possible. Oh, Keeper caught out of position. He's going to get another Headhunter. Oh, Archer goes down. Blade Master doing a lot of heavy lifting on his own. Keeper, same deal, though. Oh my god, look at the blade go. Holy. Does entangle the correct blade. Another archer still going to die to the illusions. Jens was trying to be super greedy and go for the shop and the marketplace back to back, but it's put in his place a little bit there. Going to have to settle for probably his expansion at best. Thaedalius is going to be the one that gets the shop. Boots Club loss. Also very good, Ring of the Archmagi. And again, trying to solo creep. Blade gets an invul before he goes aggressive here. And it's going to get level 3. I don't think there's any stopping it. Chris, is your cat watching? No, the cat is in the other room, okay? I could not deal with the cat attacking the monitor and the power going out and trying to admin and trying to cast. So there's just too many things at the same time, okay? Pushing vulnerability. Just solo blade. Okay, one header is now here. And the Shadowrunner is coming across as well. Tried to entangle. Recast the mirror image. Oh, the walker died to the creeps. Oh, how does that happen? Oh, man, that is really, really, really game-losingly rough to lose the first walker like that. I don't know how it happened. I wasn't looking. I'm sure Thaedalius is thankful that we weren't looking, but that is an unfortunate loss that we only saw the tail end of. Jens is going tier 3 and expanding and pressuring the Night Elf Classic. But obviously, he's gotten a lot of kills this game to set himself up for this sort of a position. All Dry is equally damaged. Is there a Abolish ready? There is, but a Hex could have meant Keeper could die. It looks like the Blade is going to be the one to die. Is that just game over? Yeah, GG, well played is called. 1-0 for Jens. Just too many losses in the early game. The 3 peons on top of all the unit losses. Jens not disappointed here. Alright, we're going to go on to springtime now. Will Jens continue with the keeper? Or will it be something different? I wonder, what is the preferred style against Blademaster Mirror Image? Does Jens know going into this how Thaedalius is going to play? Or will he switch something up now that he is aware of his style of play? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't play Night Elf, and I don't play Blade Mirror Image against Night Elf. Or at least I haven't for a while. Here we go. Upper left, Mr. Jens. Ancient War at the expansion. Could mean Demon or Keeper. More likely Keeper, but this can mean either hero. And I think we know what's going to happen in the bottom right of the map after what we've seen today. Yeah, generally the reason why I knew it would be Keeper on Northern Isles is because going for the consumable, typically you want a permanent item if you're going to go Demon first, but on this map, any of these camps drop you a permanent item. The consumables are, of course, at the shop on springtime. So it could be either hero. I would still expect a Keeper, though. Nope, but we'll be Demon. There we go. And I think he's going to go Demon and just instant expand. I think that's his answer to Blademaster Mirror Image. Because, of course, the Blade, if you're just going to creep as an Orc player, you can creep a lot, sure, but you cannot fast expand. So the Night Elf can get away with fast expansions. Whereas this wouldn't be an option against, like, Undead or against Human, because if you're doing a fast expo, they're also going to do a fast expo. But in this matchup in particular, and other matchups that involve Orc and another race, if the Orc is going to creep their side and not be aggressive, just expo. That's why we've seen Happy go expo whenever he sees Mirror Image. Human players can expand if they see Blademaster in general.
Players' forces are under attack.
So it makes total sense what Jens is doing. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him place down a Tree of Life at the 2 minutes and 55-second mark. Right here. No Wisp Scout? Where's the Wisp, Jens? Surprises me. I'm always glad to see how the meta develops and evolves between the 3 competitive races and Orc. Hey man, I'm just an Undead player these days, okay? I don't know. And here's the Tree of Life. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It gets built at. That's even quicker than I thought. I suppose when you don't detonate any Wisps, and he didn't even scout, did he? He literally didn't send a Wisp out of his base, which meant that all the Wisps were just gathering lumber as efficiently as possible. So that's why the Tree of Life was so much faster. This is very intentional from Jens. He knows what he's up against. Literally doesn't scout. Just mines lumber. Whereas you think against Undead, you're going to be scouting, you're going to be detonating 2 to 3 Wisps. And the tech coming online for Jens as well. And Thaedalius out of mana. It just feels like this is such a checkmate move if you know what your opponent's going to do. You know? Obviously, if the Orc might straight harass you, this is going to be very weak to like a fast shop harass or something like that, but... So if you're going to play Mirror Image, is what I'm saying, you have to show other styles as well, so that the elf can't just blind counter you, because this feels impossible to beat. Truly. Like, it's a 2-minute expansion. And you're even levels. And the tech is...
A player's forces are under attack.
30 seconds behind for Jens. 28 seconds. But if you cancel it and you're way ahead... Yes, if you cancel it, you're way ahead. But Thaedalius is trying to creep level 3. What's up, Ribo Kid Wonder? Thank you for the 21 months. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Did we miss any subs, by the way? I don't think I missed any, did I? Appreciate you guys. And look at the block. Look at the Sim City. It's beautiful. He's uploaded more videos with matches with unusual heroes being binge watching them on YouTube. Well, there's been, was it M Cup recently, which is all random heroes. So if you haven't seen all that, would recommend. That was all the best players in the world playing random heroes as well. There'll be a lot of those matches on YouTube. If they're not already up, they will be soon. Shadow Hunter second, Torn Totem again. And level 3 Demon Hunter. Yens reaches tier 2 as well.
Under siege.
Nature Wonders actually might be cancelled if Thaedalius wants to go for it. It seems like he does. What's the second hero choice for Jens? Naga. Makes sense. Panda might just die to some sort of an all-in once he realizes that the expansion's up and mining. 30 seconds it's been mining now. Or is this a 13k gold mine? No, I think it's a 12,500 one, right? Shop rebuilt, double lore on the way. And Naga gonna start getting some kills. One archer did go down. Shadowhunter is waddling across the map with some items, so Hex is online in a sec. Naga's gotta be careful. Oh, block. Naga will probably die to the next Hex, or the first Hex, that is. Buying a lot of time with it, though. There's the Hex that lands. It'd be cool if you could actually, like, attack your own units with your rooted tree, but you can't. You don't actually have the attack options. All you can do is right-click with it, but, like, imagine being able to deny with your Tree of Ages. Now, that would be cool. Circer also going to go in. There's going to be a lot of kills. There's no mana burn to deal with the Hex, but there is Detonate. Still going to be happy with that damage done. And Tier 3's on the way, so Tiny Great Hall is a possibility. And of course, Yen's going to stay tier 2 for a little while because, I mean, he expanded. Naga already back, of course. Uproot into deny to send a message? True, that's the real micro move. Uproot the Tree of Ages to deny your level 1 hero.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure 7G what the better skill choice option for the Blade Master is, but again, I don't really play the style very much, so I'm not sure. The images do a lot of damage, though. They technically do more DPS than crit does, as far as I know. But mana is an issue. Alright, Jens, what's the play? Got 1-1 upgrades in a second. Oh no, he's got 0-1. He's got Adept for the Bears coming online.
Town is under siege.
Or in fact, it's already finished. But he's not going tier 3. Does he get Adept for the Bears just to have 1 bear for rejuve because healing's an issue? That would be something underutilized that I think is a little bit cool. Like, Night Elf players are always like, oh my god, I have no healing, I'm stuck on tier 2. You could still get rejuve at tier 2, dummy. What are you doing? You just can't get master training. So maybe that's what Jens is going for. Oh, never mind, that's +1 attack. My bad. It wasn't Adept. But now he's going tier 3, so we're going to see bears in the future. But why don't Night Elf players do that? Just get a bear, forehead. Just get a bear for rejuve. You think if Orc couldn't get a bear at tier 2 to get rejuve on their heroes, they would? You know? I wish there was some way I could get a bear to get rejuve. Anyway, TP Force, Mana Burn kills 1 walker. So not a bad fight there from Thaedalius.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is he going to Tiny Great Hall? That's the only playable avenue, I feel like, for the Orc. And it has to be soon. He's got the gold. He's going to do it right now. Here it is. There we go. Okay. It's, you know, a little late, but it's okay. He got all of his tech first, and now he's going to expand. I think Tier 2 Expo might be the end. Yeah, this is Tier 1. This is the earliest possible expansion, literally, from Jens. He could not have built it any earlier.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shadowrunner getting close to... Oh, look at the items for the blade. Shadowrunner getting close to level 3. Blade with some nice claws. Pick up the tome! Gets it on the blade. Okay. One heal bear with Mass Triads might be really underused. That's what I'm saying, Kevin. See, Kevin, you understand. You understand me. It was more efficient to use Moonwells on a full HP bear and then rejuve than it is to just use Moonwells. So just keep the bear at home. Staff your demon, rejuve it, instead of staff it and use Moonwells. Come on, man. Anyway. That's a decent number of Dryads, but, I mean, Thaedalius is stronger right now, guys. Jens has to wait for bears. This game is not looking bad on the Orc side of things, I gotta tell you. And I thought it was lost at, like, the 2.5 minute mark.
A player's forces are under attack.
Red camp being pulled and pretty much crept for free. That is a hell of a lot of Dryads. 68 supply. So even if he wants bears, he's only going to have 3 maximum. Right? Or did he just build one? Is that going to be 4 maximum if he has one? No, yeah, 4. Okay, so he's going to have 4 bears. Is that enough? These Dryads, you know, they're a tier 2 unit. They're going to fall off now that the armies are both tier 3. I really don't hate this position at all for Thaedalius. In terms of fighting position, I don't hate it either. Just needs some purges. Look at the blade. Plus 18. He's just right-clicking the Naga. Reasonable. Let's not forget how much Jens has mined off this base. Look at the difference. Double Chim Roost. You sick son of a gun, Jens. He needs time, though. Just like Ito previously going for the worms. Takes a little while. Mr. Winter did not beat Chaemiko. Chaemiko had to leave. Or, yeah. He couldn't even play in the first place, I don't think. So the only real upgrade Thaedalius could make to his army would be actual upgrades for his units, and also a Kodo, which is going to take a whole tech building and a ton of lumber to get the improved war drums. So really this is as good as it gets. He's getting pulverized now, which is a huge upgrade. It's really good. But yeah, really attack upgrades for the Berserkers is probably more valuable than a Kodo ever would be. So that should be what the resources are spent on, if not more units, more heal scrolls. TC third could be a thing. Wouldn't hate, call me crazy, an Alchemist third for Acid Bomb. Wouldn't hate it. Jens to get both reds for double aura. Brilliance and Unholy. Imagine if you got Endurance and Unholy. Probably would have been better. But those are still pretty good. The creeping speed is outrageous. This is level 5, level 4, I think. Because Creepjack, ring on the ground, plus 5. That's a great item as well. And he just walks out the front door. Well, the back door, technically, he TP'd.
Player's forces are under attack.
It's going to be difficult to break. 4 Wellspring Moonwells in Ancient of War, and then you can maybe kill the tree. At least he doesn't have Nature's Blessing. Are the Chims on their way? Their Chims are literally out. Oh, cancel that 4th Tauren. You don't need that now. He finished the 4th Tauren. He's building another Walker. He needs Berserkers. Bear's taking a lot of damage, but Taurens are taking even more. I mean, he's got Revive, but how many times are you going to revive and to instantly die? Wait a second. 82 versus 72. Tons of gold for Thaedalius. Shadowhunter, low on mana, 1 Hex left. But honestly, Orc Army is better than your army. He still has 1 more Revive. Hex on the Demon Hunter just to stop some DPS. Chims. The issue is these Moonwells, man. And now the Blade Master as well. The Blade Master's just dead. And GG is called. Nice try. Very nice try there. Despite the super fast expansion, he had a fighting chance at the end. Just, yeah, he had 4 Wellspring Moonwells. It's not a fair fight. Not a fair fight. He has 3,200 healing there at his expansion from his farms. And I'm not lying. That's how much healing he gets from those 4 Moonwells. 3,200. 3,200 HP from his farms at his base that he built at the 2-minute mark. It's not your fault, Thaedalius. It's not your fault. You Goodwill Hunting. You know what I'm talking about? Either way, Jens. Deservedly so. Grand Finals against Lucifer. Okay, Lucifer defeats Sheic and defeats Der Shush. So now we have one last best of 3 for the day. Feels like it went quick, but that's just because the stream started and then ended. And then had to start again. But we're in the Grand Finals. I'm going to see if they want to play a best of 5. I asked them to see if they want to play a best of 5. But again, it's like, it's super late. And technically, you know, technically the tournament's on time. Mads Bus, what's up, man? Thank you for the almost 4 years. Were you really Best Dance 2018 finalist? What do you think? What do you think, Mads Bus? You think I was? All right, they want best of 3. Never mind. Well, hopefully it's a long one. I hope he builds 20 towers at each base he ends and builds 200 supply Gargs somehow. And makes you stay in each game for 2 hours long. I hope you have that fate, Jens. Okay? All right, just letting them get vetoes done. They'll be into the Grand Finals. What about Time Guesser? Neil played one between every game and chat loved it. I gotta find my own thing, you know? I gotta find my own thing. That's Neo's thing, you know? I need my thing. I gotta find out what my thing is, man. What's my thing? Scrandal. Classic. I can't steal everything from Northern Lion. Come on, I already steal all of his jokes. I steal his cadence. I steal some of his stream titles. GeoGuessr on Warcraft, is that a thing? Because that'd be fantastic. There needs 2 games. If the guy who codes, is it Toothpaste that codes Saul's website? The Makura.com or whatever? I know it was Saul's website. We need 2 games We need that with GeoGuessr on Warcraft would be incredible. And we also, including like all, like we need like Lost Temple and Turtle Rock and Twisted Meadows on it and everything. And what we also need, we need MMR Guesser, where you play a play from a game, but you don't have the player names included, and we have to guess what the MMR range is. Like, are these between 2K and 2200 MMR players? Are these between 25 and 27? Are these between 800 and 1K? Like, you play just a recorded play. It'd be a lot of work to do the second one, but... I'll clip this and send it to Two-Face. He is the one that does it, right? All right, here we go. Into our first game of our finals, with that being said. Jens versus Lucifer. Should be a pretty solid one. Very excited for it. Does Lucifer have it in him to defeat Jens, who seems to just be owning everyone recently, man? He's just owning everyone. Here we go. Let's check it out. Game number 1's on Last Refuge. Bottom left, here's Jens. Upper right, Mr. Lucifer. Missed the best of 5 grand finals. I mean, if the tournaments are consistently short, maybe we'll bring back best of 5 grand finals. Maybe next month. We're just sort of testing it because it felt like with the double elimination they were starting to become too long. Oh, the ghoul pull. And Jens is trying to defend it the old-fashioned way. He's not defending it via cancel because he knows this is not the most optimal ghoul pull map. Ancient War still being attacked by a ghoul. Okay, luckily he gets out of range of the ensnare so he doesn't die once the archer finishes. Oh, Gambit? Yeah, we could do that. We'll do it for the next game. We'll do it for the next game. I'll pay it out and we'll do it for game number 2. Okay? It's a little bit late now. Yo, say so. 91 months. Thanks, man. For 2-0, the 2-0 for Jens incoming. You think Lucifer's got it? Let's see. I want him to show us the way. How do you beat undead? Or how do you beat elf as undead? The ghoul did live. The creeping was a little bit delayed with that, right? I wonder if you could do a ghoul pull into a fast expansion. No, you can't because you don't have a shop. Never mind. There needs to be some way of doing this. Backpack and Cannibalize being researched. And Aura First Harass. No Gamba. I'll do it for... I was too late for this game, I feel like, so I'll do it for game 2 of the series. And game 3. So fast tech. Ghouls will probably be pulled to creep the green camp eventually because he's self-sustaining. He's got Cannibalize and Backpack. He doesn't need to bring his Death Knight back home ever. Jens might be aware of this, though. You don't see any ghouls, you must know they're doing something. I'm not just going to sit and harvest 5,000 lumber. Oh, last hit up for grabs. Mana burn was a little bit early, actually, but it's going to work out. Ghouls are timid to creep, but they don't need to be. There's the rod dropped on the ground, and creeping will begin. So Jens, for sure slowed down. But now he's just gonna creep very ambitiously with Immolation. And catch up all the experience that was lost, seems like. Ancient Ward's already moving over here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be crazy creeping. Oh, Lucifer is gonna go for, this seems like a weird play from him, but this is a build we've seen from Happy, a build we've seen from 120. Because you have the extra Necropolis, you tech on your way to tier 2, and then you can expand, or you expand on your way to tier 2, and then you can go tier 3 and expand at the same time, because you already have the ability to rebuild Acolytes while teching. So you can saturate your expansion while attacking all the way to tier 3. This is not just crazy Lucifer stuff. This is actually pretty standard things. 2 towers, because it's pretty much the only way you can defend any sort of tier 2 pressure is to have a Nerubian and a Spirit Tower. But Jens is just creeping. Insta-scout by Jens. Yeah, he knows his timings. It's really common to do this expansion timing with the Ghoul Pull, because you have the second Necropolis when you do the Ghoul Pull. It seems really complicated, but actually, with enough repetition in this matchup, this is pretty common stuff.
Players' forces are under attack.
Cannibalize is a bit different, though. That's one thing Lucifer does differently from everybody. But yeah, if you look through enough like Moon versus Happy replays or 120 versus Kaho, whatever, you'll see this build order a couple of times in there. On maps like Hammerfall, maybe maps like Springtime even. But Springtime's a lot more Lich these days. Jens is creeping an insane amount. He's going to be up a full level in a second. He's got a ton of items. So many items that some are on the ground. Lucifer's going to cancel both lords. This is such an insane timing. He's going to cancel both lords and get his expansion up. And he can go tier 3. Go tier 3 as soon as he has the gold to be able to afford it. Wow, what a play. And he might lose a couple of ghouls. I don't think he cares. The double lore cancel is sick. Jens, is he going to grab a Naga and intercept more ghouls? Lucifer should be going tier 3 right now. Scout instantly on the expansion. And with the Gloves of Haste on the ground and the Claws, he's going to cancel it with just a Death Knight, possibly. Naga comes in. It's going to be close. Does he want to risk it with just the DK? This could be the game right here, because the DK could die. He cancels it. I'm surprised Jens cancels it so early. He could have tanked 2 more auto attacks, probably. Oh. Oh, we got to get away. And just barely gets away, but the Demon Hunter's intercepting. Lich knows about it. So the DK turns left, but then dies. I don't think there was any getting away from that. He probably should have just not canceled the tree. And Lucifer not teching tier 3. He could have. That's the whole advantage of having the double Necro early. Not worth? Yeah, you could say that. You could definitely say that. Garg's on the way for Lucifer. Rod of Necromancy is going to help out a lot to defend here. And of course, there's 2 Necropolises, so it's not as though losing Acolytes is the end of the world for this Expo. Priest's going to go down. Berserker probably going to die as well. Yen's going to take some losses. Archers are all going to die. Yes, all the Acolytes died, but Priest, Archer, Berserker. This is good anti-air units that go down. But I'm really surprised Lucifer's not going tier 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
This expansion. It would have already been mining by now. That does show the impact of the cancel, but obviously losing the DK. Good chunk of change given to the heroes there. And that DK loss. There's the tier 3 tech. DK back.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still playable game for both players. Is Yen's going to go right back to killing Acolytes? He may, but he doesn't have any staff right now. I guess because his Expo and his Lures got canceled. Continues to creep. Yeah, Yen's really does creep like a madman. He never stops, which is, I mean, that's the correct way to play this game. This game's really not that complicated when you think about it. Just creep. What's up, Drucon? How you doing? One guard goes down. Lucifer maybe being a bit too aggressive. Oh, Mana Pot could kill the Berserker. Does use it. Alright, now this is blocked off fully. Nice little SimCity. I don't think that's open there. And after Jens is done creeping this, what do you think he's going to do next? Probably go creep his lab. Or the red. To be honest, I wasn't aware Lucy still plays. Yeah, he's been playing more and more recently. He's streaming a lot. He's playing pretty good, too. These recent days.
Forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, just gonna go right to creep in the lap. See, this game is so easy, man. Just creep. If your opponent expands, you expand. If your opponent goes tier 3, you go tier 3. Keep creeping the whole game. It's so easy. It's no problem. Lucy with a little bit of good pressure here. Demon Hunter coming back. He can get his orb soon. Is he tier 3? Yes, he is tier 3. So he can grab his orb from the shop, and then that'll defend small numbers of Gargs, no problem. Look, now he's just going to go creep the red. He's just going to go straight to the red and creep it. Okay, his Ancient War actually moved. He can't creep the red just yet. He'll creep this.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shredder. Lucy's timings are really on point. Yeah, true, Pishner. Sapper. For these, but the SimCity again is good. He's blocking the ideal position for the Sapper at the expansion. And with how Lucifer's been playing, he's been really aware of everything on the map. I wouldn't be surprised to see him intercept the Sapper. Let's see. Goes for the red camp. This could be game-winning damage. Let's see how well the Sapper lands. Where the hell is it? There it is. Lucifer might be having the same idea, actually. Ultravision does mean that Jens sees this. Does Lucifer see it? Nerubian goes down, shop is dead, and the way is open. And Lucifer goes for the Shredder again. Does he have a TP or anything to get back? He does have a TP, but there's no Necropolis at the expansion, of course. So what the hell's the play now? Do we TP home and then defend? I don't see what Lucifer's... Oh, the gold mine's not been repaired. Now Jens realizes. Expansion is going to fall. Lucifer trying to force the town portal before his own expansion dies. I don't think that's likely. Can he win the fight when Jens' town portal's back? He's got a heal scroll. Okay, Jens is going to TP now. I think Lucifer's going to commit to the tree. Jens eats, or Lucifer eats a Garg to try to Nova the Wisps. Oh, he's not dealing with the Wisps repairing. He's losing every Garg, and that's 1-0 for Jens. Just like that, one Sapper. And 1-0. Okay, I'll pay out the prediction from last series, and then we'll do a prediction for map 2. Okay, what's map number 2? Update the score. You learn versus the ends, you always need a staff because of how good his block with Ice Arrow Dryad is. True. Ends with some pretty good micro. Good to have a staff in those sort of games anyway. Like, imagine staffing back there to defend. Or even if you catch the sapper a little bit early and manage to staff back, and then you can coil it, which is, you know, not the easiest play to make, but it's possible. And there with the 60 stream streak. What's up, dude? All right, game number 2 is on Warhail. Will we get a boat today? We did last week. Oh, yeah, we had a whole bunch of boats last week. Let's hope for 1-1. Don't want to see a 2-0. In the bottom left, Mr. Lucifer. It's a nice strat. Didn't work out in the end, but, I mean, everything was lined up perfectly. Just an unfortunate DK loss, and then the sapper landing when Lucifer was out of position to actually defend. Like, had he just ran back to defend the sapper, he probably holds his expo, and then the game continues, but he decided to try to go across the map and kill the Shredder because he had already committed. Maybe he should have bought a sapper himself to kill that Tree of Life. Who knows? But in the upper right, here is Jens. Very solid performance. Very safe Ancient War positioning. Weary of the ghoul positioning, or the ghoul pull from last game, so isn't going to creep this, isn't going to creep this, but he can move the Ancient War easily to multiple different camps from the safe Murloc camp. Yo, an anonymous gifter gifted 5 subs. Oh my god, Giga Chad. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, whoever that might be. Make sure to thank everyone. Thank everyone in your life, okay? So just say thank you to somebody today, no matter what they do. Especially if you got gifted an anonymous sub. Was that Spike Star, Prof Flow, Redun Off, Rad Oot Off, Animatron, and Richard, or is it Ricker Dick? Richard Ick. No problem. Yeah, was it you, Ackfly? Thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate that. Danke für das Gerschen Akbo. Yes, exactly. Say that to someone if you're in Germany. Geschen Cabo. Danke für das Geschen Cabo. There we go. Say that over in Germany to somebody today. Maybe not the subscription part, though, because that wouldn't make much sense. But you can say Danke für das something. Geschenkabo. Danke für das Geschenkabo. There we go. Very good. We're learning German over here. Demon Hunter. Doesn't have to learn much to do this harass. Pretty much just has to attack move. Just kidding. I've been playing too much undead. I'm biased. Jens, of course, microing very, very hard here. But can easily take a lot of damage as the undead. No unholy aura, but does deny with the ritual dagger there. Arcade, what's up, man? Thank you for 37 months. Now I gotta say French, Arcade? Carson mon pot tres bon cast. I don't know what that means, okay? I may be Canadian, but I do not speak French, okay? But thank you very much, Arcade. It's good to see you. Arcade, my petite chauffeur. I can say that. Carson now understands this pain. A little too well. It's ruining my casting, say so. But somehow Lucifer holds on. I would have lost 10 million ghouls. But Lucifer, very solid play there. Jens, of course, with a solid follow-up to his harass, just immediately starts creeping again. Can we predict next game again? Did I miss it? You unfortunately missed it. It means Carson, my friend, good cast. Appreciate that, Arcade. Oh, look at him heal up. He doesn't use Moonwells just yet. Uses the Merc. Saves him a lot of moon juice for the future. Only has to use one Moonwell. The rest of them can regenerate up to full. Demon Hunter back up. Death Knight replenishment potion was found from that camp he crept. And now what are we going to have? Dust of Appearance. Boots of Speed and Staff for the Demon. Coil, Mana Burn exchanged. Ghouls find the creeping, but can they do much about it? Maybe the claws could be stolen? No, Staff will secure the claws. Gold Mine. Don't think it'll be canceled at this point, so Lucifer can start his tech pretty soon. Did Jens not counter expand? Is he for real right now? He's for real. He's playing one base. That surprises me. I don't know what the strategy is from Jens, but one base is not very common, I feel like, in this matchup. He did counter expo. Did I miss a tree? Oh, the tree's already up. Never mind. Just didn't think it would already be finished. But yep, it's already finished. Not saying anything. Not gonna say anything. Not thinking anything, not saying anything. But Lucifer is also teching now. Getting into Rubian in his main to deal with the Demon Hunter potentially. And he will creep up to level 3 if given the time. Look at this efficiency from Jens. Demon Hunter was harassing. Camp already started. And what do you know? Tier 2 is going to be done in a second as well. Will it be Naga or will it be Panda from Jens? I think is his next question. Should probably be expecting, oh my god, a boat. Is he gonna... He's gonna expand again! In the island! Oh yeah, he's gonna triple expand. This is something people have not been abusing enough on this map. Not enough hidden expansions. I think Orc should do this a lot more too. Orc should go for fast expos on Warhail on the island with a quick boat. Like every Orc has been saying this map's unplayable, you can't stop fast expo, it's unplayable. Just buy a boat and tier 1 expo. Forehead. The island isn't abused enough, and the boats aren't abused enough. People aren't getting creative enough. Lucifer, he has a lot of things, and he's also very creative, which is a great combination. Like last game, you could call it a weird strat, but it really was pretty standard at like the top level, that expo timing. This is some damn creative play this time. Look how good a boat is. You can fit 10 units in it as well. You can fit 5 meat wagons in a boat. And there's no tell either. There's no tell. Jens is never, ever going to scout this. If he does, he's a cheater, and he should be banned. And I will make sure of it. I'll make it my life's goal. First, I'm going to kick him out of the Dust Discord. Then I'm going to tell him we're no longer friends. Then I'm going to make it my quest to get him banned, okay? In that order. I got a lot of things to get in order if he does scout this, okay? Because he shouldn't. Needs to send boat back to island. Yeah, what is he going to do with the boat? I don't see it right now. Do you guys know where it is? You guys knew where the tree was before when I didn't. Do you guys see the boat? I don't know. A little bit of a creep jack. He's got Rod and Necromancy, but it can be purged, the skeletons, by the Hermit. Directly above the harbor. Ah, very good. He is hiding it. See, Lucifer's so damn smart, man.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lucifer is one of those players that he's like pro level, but he thinks like us, you know? He thinks like the Twitch chat in all the best ways, but he's also like pro level, which is a good combination. Many of the pros, they don't think like Twitch chat. Okay, Jens is doing it too. Is Jens going to go for a third base? He's spending wisps. People are finally starting to do this, man. No one ever expands on the island. We watch Hawk play a million games on Warhail, never even creep the island. Both these guys well aware of the island. I feel like... What do you guys think? I think Night Elf is weaker than Undead on 3 bases. I think Undead is favored on 3 base. What do you guys think? On 2 base, it might be Night Elf favored, but on 3, I think it's Undead. And the thing is, the island's also going to be a lot weaker for Jens because guards, right? Why did he put the Murloc on the boat? Can't Murloc swim? Many people do not know that this Murloc can swim. Will he swim with it? No, unload it. You could swim in the water. We never see it. No way. Ultimate Army always beats Undead. Okay, fair. Fair. All right. Whatever. Say so. Whatever. Night Elf wins on 1 base, 2 base, 3 base, 4 base, 5 base then. Okay. There's nothing we can do. Might as well just quit the game. I hear you say so. Might as well just uninstall the game after the stream today. Fine, say so. Fine.
A player's force is under attack.
Creeping. A little bit underleveled on the Lich, but Boneyard coming up. And do we have attack upgrades? Yeah, +2 on the way. A little bit late on the +3, but that's because he expanded a 3rd time, or a 2nd time.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Yen's also hiding the boat. Both players hiding the boat. So this game could go for such a long time because neither player should really ever know about the Island Expo. There's really no tell. The tell would be there if it was common to expand on the island early, but no one does it. Maybe on ladder people do it at like my MMR, but at like the pro level, I see every Warhail game because there's no other tournament that has Warhail in the map pool really, other than War 3 Champions Finals and this tournament. So I see pretty much every competitive Warhail game. Nobody expands on the island, man. Island's low gold? Yeah, true. It is, what, an 8,000 gold mine? I can't see. I need to wait for this to root, and then we'll be able to know.
A player's
Panda.
forces are under
Could be
attack.
solo crept up to 5. Lucifer wasting no time creeping. Surely. More Buzz. What's up, man? Thank you for the 58 months. Good to see ya. Guard cut out of position. Worm. 55 seconds. And this expansion, we'll find out in 10 seconds.
A town is under siege.
Jens always does it in ladder. Oh, yeah. I figured just everyone has it vetoed in ladder, so no one ever plays it. 8,000. Yeah, there we go. This is a good timing for Lucifer, though. This is pretty much exactly when he does want to fight, when his worm pops, and when his +3 is done. Could not be a better timing to defend his base. Does he have heal scrolls? He's got 1 heal scroll. And got Endurance Aura as well. Yeah, Jens doesn't want this fight right now, let me tell you. As someone that's been playing this strategy, this is the best timing for Undead that you might ever get against Night Elf. Look at the lumber for Jens. Get a Shredder, bud. Okay, he's got one. He's just on 3 base. This is it. This is the best timing for Undead. Right now. Triple wind production. Does he go for Keeper 3rd? For Thorn's Aura? Ace, fire. Stone form. By the way, Cloak of Flame's more or less useless in this sort of a game. And he has TPs out. Yeah, just time buying is really nice. And you're correct, Lucifer should go for Dreadlord. If Panda equals Dreadlord, if Hippogriffs equal Dreadlord. Lucifer is the first to map hack. But of course, he's got air. This is a low commitment scout just to check the island. And now, how does Jens defend this? He doesn't, right? What does he do? Does he TP? And get, like, stuck on the island? Does he buy a boat and potentially lose his whole army in the water? What do? You can't just send your Hippogriffs over. He has to let the tree die. And this barely mined. It mined 1,000 gold, which is great, but... Now Lucifer's up a base. He's going for a 4th base.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nice play from Lucifer. And the map's more or less crept out. I don't think either player is looking to do too much more creeping. Obviously, if Jens can solo creep the Panda a bit, it's going to be great. Oh, he's got Freezing Breath now done as well. In a second. There it is. Could freeze the gold mine. That stops mining, right? TP back. It'd be cool if Freezing Breath stopped Town Portal. How toxic would that be? Oh, look at the Frostworm attack. Oh, catches 3 Hippogriffs out of position. That's a nice find. Really good plays from Lucifer. 89 supply right now on the Undead. And a 4th base about to come up. Seizo, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let me guess who's favored in 4 base against 2. It's going to be the Elf. I'm allowed to make fun of you, Seizo, because they don't know how toxic I am when I play ladder. Really, they just see me as a caster that's not at all mad on ladder all day, you know? So when I call you out, they're like, yeah, he's right. Why is Seizo so negative? Checkmate. Checkmate, New Zealand. Ancient War going to go down. Goldmine does not. Are these 3-3 as well? 3-2. Meat Wagon as well with Disease Cloud coming out. Oh, Hippogriff. What's the Hippogriff count? 12 versus 22 Gargs. I mean, you would think the Gargs are going to win. Let's see. 9 Hippogriffs now versus 16. Heal Scrolls 1 just used on the Lich. There's 0. Oh, no, there's 1 on the Keeper, actually. And we TP out with 11 Gargs and 7 Hippogriffs. Even supply again. This base is just going to be a sacrificial lamb. Silly boy, you can't fight. Oh no, he's right again. No Dreadlord. I feel like we need a Dreadlord 3rd. No? There it is. He's listening.
A town is under siege.
And Jens probably now knows that there's an expo on the island, but it's almost mined out. 5 more minutes. Protect the shores. Oh, maybe try to get 1 attack in with the Meat Wagon. That'd be nice to get on the Dryads. Okay, lands on some of them, but it's going to go down. Honestly worth. Value. Yeah, Panda 5 around the corner. Hello, there's a kitty. Hello, cat. Hello. Oh, we're pushing into the undead base. Panda can't get in range. He's going to lose a lot of Hippogriffs right now. Haze Fire dodges the fire. Demon Hunter TP's out. Blunder here from Jens, no? And what died there? The Keeper died in the end. Ooh. Good stuff. What a game. Warhail really does deliver here. Tree of Life coming up for the 3rd. Does he want to re-expand here? I think you just can't really expo there because you can't defend it. Unless you actually have an army of Hippogriffs that can win. Maybe you can staff a teleportation the panda over and send the hippogriffs, but that's risky. Oh, tree gonna get canceled with 15 seconds left. Third armor upgrade finally coming up. I think we need to see another meat wagon, right? Because look at the disease cloud. It doesn't look like it did much, but it did. And now we got Vampiric Aura to counteract a little bit of that Thorns Aura. Panda is 5, and Demon's 5. Can you use the Moonwell when it's been breathed, by the way? Can you not heal? I'm really unaware of how the Freezing Breath works on everything. We need like a Sol 8-man video on how the Freezing Breath interacts with every building. Can Tree of Life swim? That would be interesting. I mean, sort of like the end of the second Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of water there, isn't there? Main bases, 14 for both. Expansions, about the same. A little bit more for Jens. Can you drink moon juice if it's frozen? Exactly. You shouldn't be able to, right? Makes complete sense. And big fight here. This is not a fight I think Lucifer can win. He doesn't have a TP to get out. He's got double heal scroll, has not used his protection scroll. Is he sleeping the panda? I don't think he slept the panda at all. In fact, he doesn't have sleep. Never mind. He's, of course, only got Vampiric Aura right now. 55 versus 72 supply. Lucifer's got to run away. He tries to coil the Dreadlord, but loses it. And entangle in the DK, and unfortunately, Lucifer, with the hidden expo, wasn't able to do it. I think this is the end of the game, and that is 2-0 for Jens. Now, that was a fun Warhail game, though. Just an unfortunate fight. He needed to chill a little bit longer. And that's 2-0 for Jens. And that's our tournament, guys. It was a little bit of a weird day, but we got there in the end, didn't we? GG's, guys. Thank you. I'll favor 2 bases versus 4. Confirmed. Yeah, true. Isn't the final best of 5? No, we've changed it to best of 3 for a little bit now because the tournament's been going a little bit longer due to double elimination in the initial part of the tournament. But we might move it back to best of 5. I feel like we're not quite at the 5-hour mark with this tournament these days, so we could probably justify best of 5. Probably could. Probably could. But again, it was 2-0 semifinals and 2-0 grand finals, so. I still maintain sleep would have been more value than Vampire level 1. I agree. You need sleep for the panda. You just spam sleep on the panda over and over again. I definitely agree. And then you have stone form as well. Anyone know if Blade Illusion can stun if you got pickaxe stun item? I do not know. Let me update the score. Jens versus Foggy Prime. Who wins? Pretty close, but I think Foggy probably favored in that one. Jens is pretty damn good these days. Yeah, I would give it to Foggy, though, I think. Especially in that matchup, Night Elf Mirror. Okay, let's vote for the maps, guys, okay? Let's vote for the maps. I gave Jens too many practice games versus that? Oh, no. You're to blame. You're to blame that we can't win with 4 bases, say so. Look what you've done. Springtime Warhail. What's the last map in the pool today? Last Refuge, Northern Isles, Springtime. I don't remember. Hammerfall. I feel like we saw no Hammerfall at all, surprisingly. I don't know. Okay, so now the players need your guys' help, okay? This is where you can help everyone. There's 5 maps in the pool. I just named them, but they're Northern Isles, Last Refuge, Springtime, Warhail, Hammerfall. You guys can vote for 3 that you want to see removed. 3 that you want to remove. Not that you want to keep, that you want to remove. And then I will add 3 more maps in from the War 3 Champions map pool at random. And we'll have a completed 5-map map pool, okay? The straw poll is pinned in the chat. You guys go vote right now. I want to see 5,000 votes. 5 million votes in the chat. I want to see everyone on Twitch that's ever made an account vote in the straw poll, okay? Because the players need your help. Does anyone know if Warcraft 3 works on Mac nowadays? I think it did get fixed, but it was a long time. Hello, Kitty. Hello. Here. Hello. Hello. Hello there. Cat goes meow. It's got quite the interesting meow. That's Alice. I'm watching 2 cats right now. Alice is like 15 years old. And then there's what's his goddamn name? Reggie. There's Reggie, who's very, very young. And Reggie likes to attack the monitor. So Reggie is not currently here because he attacks the monitor. Oh, here he is. Oh, here's Reggie. There he is. And now he's going to attack the monitor for the rest of the stream. There we go. There we go. Okay, let me get this trouble. Oh, no, he's leaving. He's not interested in you guys. Go on, Reggie. Get out of here. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, get out of here. Okay, he's leaving. He's gone. Okay, I'm going to show this on the chat. Or on the stream. On the screen. Anyway, those are the cats I'm watching while my family's away. Why my damn power went out because I'm in this different house in the middle of the forest, even more desolate than where I normally live, and then I lose power, and then it ruins the tournament, then everyone hates me. Neo can't cook dinner. It ruins the whole day for everybody. The weekend's ruined. Anyway, those cats are to blame. Okay, 3 more minutes to vote, everybody. Our cat destroyed 3 monitors in 3 years. Screen cracked. Oh, that's making me paranoid. I don't think the little Reggie can do much damage though right now. All right, go ahead and vote. After all that, only 23 people have voted. 24. Can we see the cat? They're both gone, man. They're both gone. That was the moment. That was the moment you had, unfortunately. But don't worry, I'll be streaming from this house all week. I might not be on this channel too much, but if you follow my channel, I'll be streaming all week, and the cats are going to be bugging the hell out of me. I'm probably going to be trying to win a ladder game, and Reggie's going to be jumping on my keyboard over and over again. I'm going to lose my mind, so get ready for that. Because we need a cat cam. I know I only brought 1 camera. I should have brought a second camera. I could have set it up. I did my part. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Solstice. Nice. Waiting so I can screw things up and tie the votes. It's you. It's been you the whole time, eh? Sorry, I have your stream in the background. Hey, that's okay. That's acceptable. Background viewers are appreciated, okay? Hello, Alice. Hello. Okay, the cat came back, okay? You know what it is? There's food. I need to give her food. I left it on the counter. She didn't finish it earlier, but I couldn't let Reggie get the food, so I had to put it up on the counter. Now I need to give it back to her. 1 sec. Keep voting. Keep voting. All right, we're good. And the map vote is over. So there's no screwing things up. There's no tying things. That is it. Those are the maps. Last Refuge, Springtime, Warhail are removed for next week, okay? Let me links. There we go. Those Last Refuge votes are all grubby propagandists. I also encourage people to vote for Last Refuge, okay? I'll be honest. But I'm also an orc player, so I think Last Refuge time is come and gone, though. I mean, it's such an old map now. It's the oldest map in the pool, isn't it? One of them? Currently I think in the, maybe Terran Stand is older. But Terran Stand has also been updated quite a bit. Last Refuge is pretty close to its original form. Either way. Let's bring up the wheel. Carson, what's your MMR recently? I'm still struggling to get 2k MMR with Undead. I've been hovering around 1900 with Undead. But my Orc MMR is a couple hundred higher than that on a good day. On a bad day, you don't want to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm going to spin this wheel 3 times in a second. All right, spin number 1 will be Concealed Hill. Now that's a neutral map. Northern Isles and Concealed Hill in the pool. I don't think anyone can complain, okay? They're both very acceptable maps. Scrimmage! Now you can complain. Scrimmage and Warhail? Oh no, Scrimmage and... No, Warhail did get removed. Okay, how did you guys remove Warhail? What are you guys doing? Either way, Scrimmage. And Autumn Leaves, also one of the more neutral maps as well. Probably 4th most neutral. I'd say Northern Isles, Concealed Hill, Springtime, Autumn Leaves. I'd say those are the... I could be wrong, though. I don't play every race, so I don't know. Okay, so that means our map pool for next week, for the final qualifying tournament of December, is going to be... Northern Isles, Concealed Hill, Scrimmage, Hammerfall, and Autumn Leaves. And then we will have our finals on the, when will that be? The 28th? On the 28th will be our finals. And payout, please. Ah, true. All right, if you want to see the schedule for the rest of the week, you can go to backwarcraft.com. That'll bring you here. I don't think there's anything actually updated right now, but let's see. Let's see. Oh, no, there is. The Utah Cup, which is Fortitude Focus Labyrinth Life, continues in literally 12 hours. 12 and a half hours. Turn the stream back on. If you're going to bed right now, turn it on in the morning. If you're in my time zone and you want to stay up, 3 a.m. actually isn't that late. But maybe if you wake up really early, it will still be going on. But this is definitely worth watching. These are 4 of the best players in the entire world. And then the grand finals, Happy, Infi, and 2 other players probably from this group. That's insane. That's insane. Definitely watch that. 100%. If you're not watching that, I don't know why you're watching this stream if you're not going to try to watch that stream. Let me tell you that, okay? Because these are some crazy good players. Backtowarcraft.com/support will bring you here. Patreon, Twitch sub, YouTube membership, donations, crypto donations, merchandise is all the ways you can support us. Or, of course, just follow the stream, follow the YouTube, subscribe, I guess, to the YouTube, watch, all that good stuff. Thank you guys very much. I was a little bit scuffed today, but we made it through. What are we at? We're at the 3-hour mark? Yeah, we got a 3-hour stream in. But this will be my one and only stream from this place on this channel, I'm pretty sure. So don't worry, we won't have any more power outages. No more internet outages. Nothing's going to happen once we get back home. All right, it's going to be fine. So appreciate you guys bearing with me today. We made it through. Just barely, but we made it through. Any other matches coming up? No, that's it. That is it for today. Going to raid someone, and you'll have Another stream to watch, though. Maybe Jens is streaming. Saul's streaming. Well, of course, he just has to get the raid, doesn't he? Saul just gets the raid. Saul just has to get it. Of course. Of course he does. Is he playing Undead? He's playing Undead. He doubly needs to get the raid. Okay. You have yourselves a good end of your weekend. I'll be live on my channel. Probably not tonight, maybe tonight, but definitely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all week, because I'm just house sitting for the entire week. I'll probably be doing long streams over on my channel. Maybe I'll be back on this channel. I don't know. Assuming I have power and internet. If I don't see you, though, have a good week. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Goodbye.